Hello, everybody. I'm by myself at the moment in the first 7 seconds of the stream, and I'm here going through some coins, mostly pennies. So, if you are out there, and on Friday morning, actually, I should say, it is now time for some discussion of coins. I took a long nap this afternoon, that's why I can't sleep right now. But I want to see if I can take some time here and see if I can look at some coins and maybe fall asleep or get sleepy. At the moment, I'm looking at coins, a 1980D, Liberty's fine. Everything looks fair and order. And what I'm doing is I'm separating what I know is to be copper, like the 1980 Philadelphia. And, excuse me, I'm taking just my time going through them. Actually, it's pretty quick. I'm just looking at 81, and then I'm going to look at the 82s and 83s. And 82s, I'll weigh them. And 83s, I'll weigh them. I don't keep the other ones. And somehow they got mixed up with my 80 and 81s. So I'm just taking a quick look at the 80 and 81s. I'm going to roll them up and I'm going to put them in rolls. So that way I can clean up and be pretty well assured that the items on here are coins I want to keep. The rest I'm going to take back to the bank and get some quarters maybe. Nobody's here so far. So I am going through some old coins from
the... It still stinks. Wonderful. It will do. We just have to take it in a little more and shorten it. It'll be the prettiest dress at the prom. It still stinks. Teeny.
Sorry about that. I don't know how it got on. I'll turn that off. We got one person here viewing me. I think I'll turn the TV off. I'm not gonna watch it anyway. Hey, Bigfoot, how you doing? You're the only one today so far. Here's an 83D. I'm not gonna keep, but I'm gonna weigh anyway. 80. 80. Yep, I am. Just an old stash I had. $82. That's fine. So what do today? How was your Thanksgiving? 2D. 81D. Let me see. Let me turn this off on this side. Let's see. Where am I? You're winding down? Good. I've been busy moving furniture around, cooking also. But not as bad as my wife. She really put the feedback on. Let me see if I can get my USB to work on here. Huh, maybe it worked. Yep. What kind did you get? 81. Everybody's fine. And if you're winding down, anytime you need to leave to go get some rest, mine is called Pluggable USB Digital. It's the one off of Amazon for like $20. It was on sale. I got it as a gift. Which one did you get? Which one you upgrading to? This is nice just to look for dates, but if I wanted to magnify and get closer, it's hard to get close. And the lighting's a little bit different. Hey, hello, Scraping. How you doing? 1000X? The box said it does, but I just don't seem to have the same. There's an L missing. It's there, but it's really missing. Really weak. I don't know. I'll put that to the side and think about it later. '82. All the 82s and 83s, I'm gonna weigh. The 80s, as long as it doesn't have any features that I think is any of the variety or errors in okay, sweet. Because I found a penny that's weird. The L looks backwards. I thought it was a die chip or dirt. Super weak L. Yeah, I saw that super weak L. But I've got two of them here that are both L's are weak, really weak. There's something there. And I put those to a side. Anything that I find that's strange or doesn't look right, anything like 88s and 89s, 90s. If I want to say something real quick, I'll just put it over to the side. And those I'm taking to the bank right away. And then I've come across some really nice coins like this one here, except for the stains. But it's an 83, and I'll weigh it just in case it's not 3.1. But like it's 82, stained really bad. But I'll keep it for the copper. If this is going to be weighed, I separate them from that. Then I have these over here. And then I have another pile of all the 81s I know. Here, see, there's an 83. And I'm looking also for the 84 double ear. Said Rich Cali found one. He had an 84 with a double ear. See, this is really stained. But never know what can be, even if it's, more valuable because it's got something on here. Here's an 82. And nothing in the ear. God we trust. Well, on the one side of the nickels, it's supposed to be 1758 D years. They changed the star size to a large star. It's considered right. Why would that be? They only did it for 2 years. The 5758. I did not know that. Okay. So I'm gonna read up on the 82s. Man, this was damaged bad. Man, look at that. Scratches like crazy, pits like crazy. Let me see what the back looks like. A little bit damaged there. Not good. What year was that? I forgot even. 81. Okay. My short-term memory is getting bad. 82. Let me turn the TV off. It's bugging me. I can't concentrate. Be right back. Let's see. Hey, Brian. What's everybody up to today? Winding down. I've had these 80s in a big old. Okay. Tell me when you send them. I'll take a look at them. And 83. Big old spot there. Fingerprints all over it. $83D. Nothing there. Nothing there. Boy, the banks notice that all these coins here coming back can all be in the 80s. Let me see about my email. See if I got it already. Gmail. Okay, Stack is Silver. I got it right here. Okay. Okay, looking at the first picture. Wow. I'm looking at the L. There's part of it does look like it's going backwards. Huh. That's cool. Okay, I see the last part. You know what it's only missing? I can see a stub of the bottom of the L, just barely. And but there's something on the other side too. On the first picture. Let's see the first picture. No. Let's see. There. Well, I'll tell you, part of the L is coming out, but it looks like the L is going the other way too on this one. Yeah, you're right. It does look like a backward L. But you know something? On the right side of the L, I can actually see some part of the L, and the other one looks like maybe a die chip, but it's too long. and 2 square. That's nice. What year is the coin? Yeah. But you know something? It does look like it's missing the bottom part of the L. Like, for example, if you look at this one, that L goes in one direction only. In yours, it looks like it's an upside down T, very small. Did you save it? Oh, of course you saved it. You took a photograph of it. I know there's no Q&A tonight. There wasn't one. There is next Thursday. Check my coin at yahoo.com. You can send it to Ken Peavy. They can probably give a more definite answer, but yeah, it's unusual. Slacker Stacker, how you doing, my friend? We're just going through some coins, and I couldn't sleep because I took a long afternoon nap. You know what turkey does to you afterwards. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. It's a 56D Wheatie. Yep. I got some pennies that I got to send them too, because I got one was a 72 penny with looks like 2 2s at the end of 1972. No, I'm glad you came in. Yeah, I'm trying to build up my yawn because I did take a nap this afternoon, longer than I should have. Wow, all you see is the D. That one's crazy. I can't even tell what it is. Man, they messed this one up. Maybe if I turn it upside down, I can tell what it is. I'm going to say 83D. That's going back anyway. You made 5 rounds? That's cool. 83D. 84 is 80. I mean, I'm cleaning out my stash here because I'm gonna weigh them and see if any weigh like it's 83. If it weighs 3.1, oh boy. Hey Hoover. Hey Melissa, how you doing? 83. Just killing time because I'm wide awake. Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. Well, that one got smashed. The 1 and D. That's messed up. That's okay. Man, what I'd like to find another. I know Rich Cali found an A4D double ear. Don't know what that is. Yeah, it could be damage. Good. Hope you had a lot of friends come over. Nice, bad stain. Started to look good, but 84. Let's see, double ear. Nah. I say no right away. Just because it'd be my luck to find something that's valuable. Slacker, did you have Thanksgiving at home? Or did you go to your sister's or friends or family? 83. $82. I'm gonna read up on the 82 transition coin. Man, look how dirty that is. Ugh. 82. Heck no, we slept in, ate a late dinner from my mom's house. Oh, cool. This is a nice 81. It's a little stained, but it's got a lot of luster still to it. And there's a scratch right there. Scratch up on his shoulder. Scratch in there behind his eye, across his ear, forehead, hair. But color's still good on it. Let's see what the back looks like. Nice. Keep that to the side. There's a brown one coming to you. 83. Nothing there. Nothing there. Getting hooked on dime. I'm getting hooked on dimes. Awesome. Do you find any silver in the dimes? 80. $83D. Oh, fingerprint. Oh well. You know, I need to get something to drink. And my mom, just my brother and his niece were there. Other brother was on the cruise, so it was a quiet night. We had a one of my daughter's best friends came over, and funny thing, we hadn't seen her in 12 years. Then my brother-in-law and his wife came over, my wife's brother, and then my sister came over, and then my daughter came over with my 2 grandchildren. It was nice. So it was good. $83. Man, I feel so lonely up here by myself. Let me see if I can get someone up here to join me in the chat. Or in the panel, I should say. Quiet nights are good. Nothing wrong with quiet nights. $83. Well, for what's I'm finding out that I put one coin too many in the wrong year. I got my cat listening. I'm not watching my cat move around the house. Never seen such an energetic cat. 96. I may have, put it in the wrong pile. This is supposed to be all 81s and earlier. That would be epic one, only the 93 to 96 sets. 83. You know, the other thing I want to start learning is grading. Like this, instead of turning brown. What makes a brown coin like this one here would be, and what it would be if it was something else. Oh, interesting there, Slacker. See what I mean? Why would this one be in there? Not good. My eyes are failing me. That's why I'm glad to have a scope. See, this goes to the copper pile. This one here, copper pile. No, I was looking at what. Yeah, you need to find a quarter that's a W. I've got one sent to me, and that's the only way I have a quarter. I've been searching boxes of halves. Well, I should say boxes. I've only had one, but I went through a whole $500 worth of quarters, and I didn't find one. And there were more Pacific and Lowell, but I didn't find anything. $83. Nobody wants to come up, huh? Okay. That's not a Woody, is it? Not strong enough. Not me, but I was looking for them. I had a whole jar of 92s. 83. See, this is a nice little luster here, but dirty. 83. This is an 82. So I'm going to read up on the 82s. You going to drill holes in the walls first? I would, but I'm fighting a coma right now. Also talking on Discord at the same time. Oh, no problem. I know sometimes I don't feel like coming up and talking. Oh, don't no. Stacking. Stay there. If you're at work, but you're the boss, aren't you? Yeah, but it would be a good example for the rest of the employees. 81. And see what I mean? 89. Must have been having my bad day. Wait a minute. Something with that D is going on. I think I have the WAM, but not the 92 closed AM yet. However, Discord is becoming depressing. Well, speaking of depressing, I need some water. Be right back. No. Who's going to drill a hole in the walls? I think I must have said that. I'm going through 80s. So what I'm doing here is this is an old jar that I had of coins. And these are all supposed to be 80 and 82s. I mean, 81 and lower, 1980s. And I'm finding that there are some 83s in here. I think what it was is I didn't realize. See, here's an 85. Why would an 85 be in there? And it's got fingerprints, so this one's going back. Sheldon got me searching for the wide AM and closed AM. Oh, you're playing phone shelves. Oh, okay. A mint set sells for $500 plus. Here's an 82, a nice one. But it's got a little bit of a stain. Man, I wish I knew more about how to grade. So here's an 83. That goes to one pile. There's some nice ones, but when you get them in the microscope, you see all the stains. Here's an 80. Nice. And then these has a little bit of toning, but oh, I wish that was an S. Please tell me that's an S. Let's see, turn this around. Kind of suspicious. But the D is kind of weird. Yeah. Tell me that's not the top of an S. But then the discoloration doesn't make me feel that's a real mint mark. And then the inside looks like a 5. The top of the D, I don't know. See, I'd rather be wrong and not send it in, or try to say I'm right and send it in. You know what I mean, guys? I want to be a little bit more certain. But look at the thing around the D. On the top. Well, now it's bottom, right side. Might be the light. Yeah, I know. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna pull it to the side and just add it. Just maybe someone who's more learned than I am. See, here's an 83 that should not have been in this pile. And there's fingerprints. Now, they told me after 89 there's mechanical doubling. Like that. Now, something said the D2 now. Well, I'll put it to a side and err on the caution because I don't want to throw that back to the bank and there's money in that. Some of this is going to go back to the bank. Some of these is going to stay with me. Pretty nice Liberty there. This right. 82. $94. Huh. Either that's damage or a die chip above the 8. I'm going to say... Yeah, I know what machine doubling is. But a double split die? That's what I got to learn more on those things. 3 pages? Well, mine's growing by the minute. $80. I hear that cat scratching the side of the couch. My wife sees he's gonna kill. He's gonna kill him. Okay. Okay, slacker. 82. Nothing there. Nazir. Got trust. $82. Liberty's fine. PMD? See, 81s I'll put back. I might keep those. Don't find anything really wrong with that one. And it's copper. I'm pretty sure 81s are copper. Or bronze. I'm sorry, bronze. Here's an 83. Mm-hmm. And then we have an 83 again. An 80. Ooh, nicer. 80. Some stains, a big old gouge there. They say you should be able to find things that are not common, and you start questioning more the design, so that way you become better at finding errors. Okay. Okay, let me check. 83. No double ears. We go trust. Okay. Just don't stash those suspects in the stock. We might get you. She's learning too. She's learning too. I'll tell you that right now. I've been showing her too much. Let me go check my mail. Let's see. Inbox. I've never seen that one. Oh, here we go. Might help out. Oh, okay. I'll check it out. I'll keep that and I'll check it out when I have more time to read it. But yeah, I was planning to separate these and do the first test of weighing them. 81. Oops. Thought there for a minute that was a Woody, but it's not. 80. It's got to be 83. That's a huge scratch right there. That was a pretty rough coin. Check out, yeah, Super Silverman. Scope when they're scoping coins out. Yeah, I watched him the other day go through whole rolls of it, probably 2 or 3 rolls, one at a time when he's doing his searching. And I saw that Cajun got a 1975D that was pristine, and that he found it for Cali. I mean, not Cali. I'm sorry. Cajun. I'm sorry. Let's see what we have here. 80. The backside's really nice, except it's got the dark color and tone. It's a little bit purple. But then the front, in 81, it's got those fingerprints right there. That's what I'm assuming they are. 6 people. Awesome. Let's see what we have here. We have nothing. Liberty. Wow, that Liberty's really thin. Yeah. 60D's, 63, so that one's going to be weighed. I'm waiting to see if I can find one at 82 that's supposed to be zinc. I know there's supposed to be different ones for the 80s, but I got to read up on it so I know the difference. See, here's another 82. Liberty's fine. God we trust. The ear. Backside. Grease error on the A, S, T, and then plurimus, the E. Columns are okay. Here's a nice one. Nice in my condition, saying that it has some reflection. And it's shiny. You can see the color there. There you go. 81. And here's a brown coin. 83. The Liberty's okay. Here, God we trust. Nothing there. A weak Y, yeah. Then, see? I must not be wearing my glasses that day. 89. Ears okay. Yep. Liberty's okay. Check the back. I see a lot of these S's and the O's and U's. Oh, nothing there. 82, Liberty. Nope, nothing there. Here's an 80. Nice. 83. Then some fingerprints on it. There's a nice reflective one. Nothing there. This is really bad. Dirty. Whew. Uh-oh. This is really... Where is it? Okay. Did you guys see what I saw? Double D. Yeah, it's too far up. There's a bust. Oh boy. That's really bad. But I don't think it's too damaged to see anything. Okay, this is 83 anyway. Let's see. Liberty's okay. 80's okay. There's some nicer reflective ones, but too much stuff going on. There's a weak L there. I was talking to the guys over here. And the brown one, 81D, Liberty's okay. Yeah, I don't know if you know oldies and goodies. Boy, he hates zinc. A little damage on the rim there too. There's a nice brown one. An 80, Liberty, okay. Here's an 83. Excuse me. 81. I told my children and grandchildren to get me penny boxes for Christmas. Yeah, that would be a good idea. $82. Well, one thing it does, it prevents me from doing stuff around the house. So I got to start doing my coins only at night and after, well, I'm going to keep this and say it's not. The big fingerprint right there. And that's what we have here. 81. Liberty's fine. Ear, fine. And actually, I find out that you can check coins a lot faster when you get better at looking at coins. This is really dirty in this middle of his forehead. That's got to be a gouge. Let's see. This is a 1980. Another brown one, 83. Liberty, and that's fine. Like I said, it's 83, right? Yeah, 83D. And this is a dirty spot. $80. Liberty's fine. That's got to be a D. Well, it's messed up. $82. Liberty. Here's fine. Gotta be trust 82. And this one here. 83. Liberty, same thing. That's a thin Y. Too bad you didn't ask for quarters or half dollars. Here's an 81. Liberty's fine. These a little bit on the fat side. So I get this right there. Nice looking brown. 81. Another 81. $81D. Liberty's fine. Not a great shape of coin. Here's a nice one. Nicer. 81. Liberty. Here's fine. 81. Liberty's fine. Let's see. 80D. 82. 83. Still hanging with the people, huh? 82, 83 people. One left. There was 4. 83. Now we might call it an evening too. Ooh, that one's really beat up. $83. $83. Boy, that's moldy. Well, it looks moldy, I should say. And 81. Nice color. I mean, from outside the microscope, put it that way. And it's 81. Deputy. So what's going on with that R? Could be damaged. $81. No, that's scratch. Okay. Nope. Nicer penny. 83D. Liberty's fine. Yeah. 81. Liberty's fine. Here's a very dark one. 80D. Liberty. You're still hanging in there, huh? 81. And Liberty's fine. In God we trust. I don't see double in there. That's a chip. 83. Let's see. This is an 80. Why? It's got some scratches right there. Here's an 80. Philadelphia. 80. What do you think about the double D's, guys? Let's see. Okay, move it up a little bit. What do you guys think? 2 serifs. Let me turn it around this way, see if I can look at it from this side. It shows up there. Let's try it this way. I'd say yes. What do you guys think? If I'm a little bit more sure, I'm still going to ask though. 81. 81, 80D, 3 people still in the common room. 80. Let's see about Liberty. Nope. Look at the BIEs. That would be nice. 80 and Liberty. Nope. We'll use this one. 81 and Liberty is what? Nope. $82. See what it looks like. Nope. Here's an 81, I think. Yep. Let's see what it looks like. Fine. Gotta be trust. Eyes, ears. Oops. Nope. Back. I had to say hello, Cajun, and tell him why my family eats shrimps on Thanksgiving. Why would that be unusual to eat shrimp on Thanksgiving? I think that'd be cool. Cajun's got his own stream going? I saw him in EVG's a little while ago. Is that 83? Yeah. 81. Man, this is dirty. He's fine. Oh, Hoover. Hot dang it. Sorry, Melissa.
That's okay.
I'll be more staying.
Huh?
I just go concentrate. I'm trying to concentrate on the chat and on the coins. I didn't see you backstage.
I've been back there a while. I was like, it's okay. I was still picking up around my desk. So
Oh, do you?
no harm, no foul. You were
Thank
in
you.
the zone, so I was letting you go.
Yeah, after a while, you start looking at these things, and it's like multitasking is not my forte.
Yeah. It gets easier. It takes a while, but yeah, it gets easier.
Well, I usually don't stream. I don't want to get in. I just have the same fun, just but I'm not getting the watch hours if I don't try streaming once in a while.
Right.
So I do enjoy talking to whoever's got a chat going. I like to say, instead of chat, a conversation.
Yes.
Not a chat, a conversation.
Oh, hi, Slacker. Yeah, it has been a long time.
You're all tuckered out now?
Not really. I just finally settled down and we just slept in entirely too late. Like I've got my husband messed up in his sleep like mine.
Yeah.
This is gonna stop.
Yeah, I'm supposed to take. Well, I used to have a mask on for my apnea.
Mhm.
It gets so bothersome to wear it every night, and it's like
I'd feel claustrophobic.
I used to be that way, but I got used to it. But then after wearing it for such a time that it just didn't feel comfortable anymore.
Mhm.
I got used to it, and then it gets kind of uncomfortable.
Just go through phases, huh?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
so you're going some BU coins, huh?
Yeah, I've got like 3 rows of the small dates sitting around, and I was like, I looked through maybe 5 of them and found stuff. So I was like, you know what? Might as well get them out. See what we can see. Because I know you kept talking about that a bunch. Or I saw Bigfoot or somebody saying something
Yeah.
about the weight on those. I never knew anything about the weight.
Yeah.
Or suspect.
Yeah, the 82s was a transition year. And they went from 2.5 to 3.1. I mean, 3.1 to 2.5. The zinc is 2.5. Like, this is shiny, and this is out of circulated coins. But I can tell there's fingerprints on that. But, I mean, they're I wouldn't say they're BU. I wouldn't even say they're AU. But, somebody who wants to fill their coin collection, just get a shinier coin than the brown one.
Yeah, because it's all about eye appeal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. There's a PhotoGrade app that PCGS has.
I have that.
Okay, that's one thing. Like Bill preaches to me. He's like, use your PhotoGrade. I'm like, oh, I know.
But what I'm using also is VarietyVista.com. Because what it shows is each individual repunch mint mark, or a DDO, or a what's the other one? The obverse, and then the reverse double dice. And I've checked that out. And but there's so much to keep just in memory,
Oh yeah, I have like literally a piece of paper on my wall that has like copper coins, Wexler's, Konica, Variety, the NGC, US Coin Book, PCGS, Lincoln Sense Online, and Clash.com.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because that's a list you could definitely forget.
But so far, right now, Vista has been the one to go to for me.
That's the one I started out with, and I stick to more than anything, to be truthful.
Which one now?
The Variety Vista.
Variety Vista? Yeah. Because it even shows the ones that, like, I don't know, like the main ones that have, some kind of variety or error and explains. And then the ones that are listed, but they're not have a link to it,
right?
You can't go to them. So those don't have any yet.
Right, because they'll have the ones, What, dear?
You already got the fire stick.
Yeah, I'm using it. Sorry about that.
Maybe I would.
You can trade me the. I'll be right back.
All right. Slackers, have you done any pours yet? $81. Nothing Liberty. Nothing is here. Eyes okay. God we trust. Oops. $81. $83. Nothing is I. No is here. Oh, only got one person left in here. Well, time for me to get my drink of water. Okay. Let's see. Get that on there. One watching. And back. Let's see. Get that on there. Oops. One watching. There we go. No feedback. No, I'm not sure what everyone was saying. I was probably looking at a coin. See, how did I get 86s in there? Must have been blind as a bat that day. There shouldn't be any in there. 80. Liberty. Nothing in the eye. Ear.
All right, I'm back.
Okay. No, I've got the same sometimes issues as a married life that I don't even pay attention to it because I always hear the same thing with other people. You know, when they're married, and their other spouse, behind them says, "Oh, no, 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 no." I said, "Okay."
Wow, how did you know?
Married 38 years. I think that's long enough. Did you buy that roll of pennies?
Yeah, I got these from Robert Lawson probably last year.
Nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
we got pretty hot and heavy in the auctions and whatnot, and my husband and I weren't even that's when he was still interested in it. We were buying the same stuff over and oh, he said he's still interested, just not like I am.
Oh, okay.
It takes a special kind of crazy to be this interested, right?
That's what Mike says. She said, "That's so nerdy."
Well, I mean, it's something that I grew up with, and as far as the coins go, anyway, and just getting introduced to the variety side of it and whatnot. It's just,
And the reason I got out of coin collecting is because I dealt with so much money. Working in the cash office, and doing
Mhm.
bank deposits and taking back deposits and counting money. after a while, I didn't have time even to look at the money for any kind of errors, because I was just counting money to get it out of there.
Right. Then you just kind of get like, I don't even want to look at it anymore today.
I mean, if I heard a sound, like ping, silver, that would be different. But
Oh, darn it. That's. Oh, scratch. I'm sorry, you were saying. I was mumbling.
I was paying attention to what you were saying. I looked, you said it probably was a die crack or something.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, nope, it's a doggone scratch.
No, it's just that, when you count, $50,000 or $100,000, it didn't matter. It's twice the amount of work.
Yeah, I'm sure it took the fun out of it.
Yeah,
real quick.
and when they found something that was maybe a silver $50, that would have probably, I would buy it, but there was very few.
Right.
And they got so busy at work that we didn't have time to go check it out.
That's one thing I said. I could never work retail because I would be digging in the drawer constantly. Looking,
Oh yeah,
just to see.
And then the bee in the back breaking up the rolls just because you see
You're there.
Yeah. And you were breaking the rest of them just to catch the rest of them. But the funny thing is, I didn't do the firing, but one girl that got fired from my cash office, she was only $50,000 short, and I don't know how she hit it, and they didn't tell us because I guess nobody else would know how she did it, but some slip up she made. She was actually hiding $50,000 every month for a year.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Huh.
So they kept that quiet, but
Crazy. Yeah, I bet they didn't want,
Okay, slacker.
Oh, happy holidays to you too. I'm sure we'll see you around. I'm not finding anything nearly as cool as I did last time I went through this. There was just weird stuff all over the place. Really. Indeed.
And Marty says that the bartender part, she has to count the money. I believe it.
Oh yeah, even the night when we were at the bar, because we usually don't go, but holiday, let's go see his dad. And after we ate dinner, and then they went outside, and I was like, "Hey," I said, "Do you have rolls of quarters?"
Yeah. Well, I'm still getting. I have my first W only because Sheldon sent it to me from Hawaii.
He sent me that would have had to have been my first one.
Wow.
First or no, maybe it was my second. Because I had the Memorial Park I got from Confusion Coins on a trade. And then the Lowell Sheldon sent me, and he didn't have another one. So, and he just told me today, so I'm sending him one.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Because I said, oh my gosh. Because Byers was going to trade me one, and we never did our trade.
Well, I'm thinking she's looking for star notes and weird serial numbers too. Yeah, that would be, as a bartender, you probably wouldn't be making change like for pocket change, like nickels, diamond, quarters. She'd be looking for mostly for dollar bills or currency,
quarters. Yeah,
which just means higher money.
See that big old chip?
Yep, I see it.
And
right there.
Yep, that's what I mean. The 60s, they just have stuff all over them.
I've got there's the other day, this jar of the 80s, I had this put away for a while. I don't know, maybe at least 10 years. And I just collected all the 80s, because last year of the copper, like the 82s. It's a transition year. I'm going to look through all of them. I'm going to weigh them all and see if any of them weighs, 2.5. Then I send them on. If an 82 or 83 weighs 3.5, 3.1, I hope my information is correct, and I'm repeating it correctly to you. Then it's to be a valuable coin.
Yeah. I know the cameras never do it justice, but could you see that color on the
Yeah.
edge?
Oh yeah.
When I put that out there, I was like, ooh.
That's got to be damage on the B, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's flattened out, huh?
Yeah, because that L was kind, or the I was kind of sideways. It threw me off. I was like, I didn't have it on the letter.
I ask for rolls everywhere. Yeah, my bank's kind of funny. Some of the tellers will ask me when I turn in, $50 or $40 worth of rolls of coins that I turn in, and they'll say, "You want to exchange?" And I'm saying, like, okay, they know what I'm doing then, because they'll ask me if you want to exchange, $100 in quarters. They want to exchange them back or just deposit them. But one bank is my dump bank, so I just say no. I just deposit.
Yeah, that's what I usually do because my bank, I went through 2 boxes the other day, and I went to my bank and sat in the parking lot and went through them. And I was like, I'm just gonna go through these real quick, look for W's, and then I'm taking them back in because I thought as long as they keep, being a pill and not opening a box to see if they're newer ones for me, I was like, they're gonna be the dump bank. They're gonna get sick of it eventually.
Oh yeah.
You catch on. Be like, well, maybe we will slice that open for her, and then she'll quit bringing them here. Because I cashed them in, got the money, and then went up the road to the next town and same bank, and grabbed them out of there and waited till the next day, and because I looked at them at home and then took them back to my local bank and dumped them on them again. The same guy was working, so I was like, and he noticed. I was like, yeah. Why don't you guys be nice and open a box for me, and then you won't see me as often.
Well, I'm getting to be friendly with one of the tellers there, and I'll tell him, "Hey, go back there and see if you can go." He says, "Well, I can't. I don't have access to the vault." I said, "Well, if you ever get a chance to go back there to the vault, and if you have holes, take a look through the holes. Don't have to open any of the boxes. But if you happen to come across 2019 quarters, and I said, give me a call. I gave him my phone number. So hopefully they'll call me.
I hope so. Like, I was gonna say, I only got one lull out of the box, W, and then the other box I went and grabbed.
So here's a 78 that should not be in that pile.
Same thing. Then I gave him to my stepdad and told him to give the other one to my mom.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll have to do something for Sheldon because, he didn't have to give me one, and he said, "No, bro, I'm gonna send you one." I said, "No, it's okay. I'll find one. Eventually, I'll find one." He sent me one anyway. So
yeah.
And then when I hear your story. I'm going, "Oh shoot, not for sure. I have to get him something."
Well, that's what I thought. Finally, I figured out something to get him because I didn't know he gave me the last one that he had, and that's been or the only one he had, and that's been a while back.
Really?
And I thought this whole time nobody's sent him one, and I told him since he bought stuff off my auction the other day, I said, "Well, I'm putting one in your pack right now," and I said it'll go out on Friday.
See what Marley says? I was told that Walmart doesn't change their coins with the bank. They supposedly keep them in the store and then just move them around. I always get older coins at Walmart by my house. Hey, Harvey Green Man.
Hello, Harvey Green Man. I've seen at my Walmart they bring in like the huge plastic bags on the dollies.
Uh-huh. I would love to get a bag like that.
Yeah, and but they won't give you change. Like I've asked at the register at the customer service, can I get, oh, that $10, if I'm getting 20 back or something in there, then I'm like, oh, can I have $10 of that in quarters? And they're like, no, we don't have our coins rolled. Okay. And so whenever I go to a register or something, I just say, hey, can I get like $5 worth of quarters back from you? And they're like, I really don't have it. And I said, well, just give me what you can then. But they're totally different at mine than, like, I know Andrew O'Neill, they have one of the banks in theirs. And he said they're really nice, which we don't have one with a bank in it. However, there is one, but that's like 20 miles away, and I don't really know if how they operate. So I don't know if it'd be worth it.
Yeah.
If I'm going to do that, I might as well just go ahead and drive to St. Louis and go over there and try my luck.
Well, I've been telling my wife that I wanted to get $1,000 bag of dollar clad dollars,
Mm-hmm.
because I saw one guy ask for clad dollars like Ike's.
Mm-hmm.
He found a peace dollar and a Morgan, quite a few. I'm not sure. I can't remember how many it was, but he found them in the bag because the employees are not allowed to go through the bags and search them, even if you see them in the bag, through the bag in the plastic.
That'd drive me batty.
Oh yeah. Those little banks and the big stores are the best, but if you can only make a few trips before you can get the same coins back, yeah, that's true. But if you take the bank's money, the small ones at the Walmarts, and take them to your regular bank, they'll never get back into that same bank area. So
yeah, that's why I take mine and stick them either in since I said, I've seen them deliver the bags. I'll stick them in the change machines at the self-checkout, which I've learned you can only do about $5 of that before the thing starts acting surly and you're standing there forever.
Do you know where they'll have? Okay, I never thought of it because this happened before I started getting into coins again. But I went to the VA hospital because my dad was in the hospital, and it was going to be a long procedure. So I went down to get something to eat, and it was already closed, the cafeteria. So I asked, "Is there anything to eat in the cafeteria besides the cafeteria?" And they said, "No, go downstairs and go to the vending machines on the basement."
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the basement, and when the employees were all sitting there talking, and all I had was bills on me, and the machine said correct change only. And I said, oh, shoot, $1.83, $1.85, whatever, it was. And then I went to this coin vending machine that had nothing but quarters in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I put $10 in quarters, and I got $10 bill in the machine. I got $10 in quarters. And I went through them, and I said, dang, I should come back here and get another $10,
Yahtzee.
And you know what's another one though that I didn't realize? I was going to the bank on Friday to deposit the money that I had gone through already, the coins.
Yes.
This guy gets out of this van, and it says, I forget the name of it, and I wrote the number down, and it's area code in the area, and it wore off. By the time I got home, the phone number that I wrote down on my hand got worn off. And this guy,
you did say so. I heard you say in the story about a number being worn off your hand, but I didn't hear the beginning part.
Yeah, and he was a vendor. He goes to all the vending machines, and he's a vending food guy.
Right.
And he had 3 huge bags, and they were heavy, nothing but coins. You could tell. And I said, maybe there's got to be some way I can talk to him and, buy all his coins from him. Because they'll come out from everywhere. People don't check their change. Laundromats, that's another place.
Yeah, I did for a little bit the car wash thing just to see if it'd do any good, because it was right by the bank too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I didn't find anything that spectacular, so I knocked it off. But,
Uh, well, I still got to talk to a friend of mine whose widow. A friend of mine was. I worked with him for 11 years at a grocery store, and then he had a ranch, and I went to help him once in a while, tractor work and translation, with the workers.
right.
And so he passed away, and his wife was at the bank. I mean, he passed away a long time ago, and his widow, was at the bank, and she just noticed that I was getting boxes of coins out. She goes, "What do you do with so much coin?" So I told her that I collect coins, and I go through and I search, through the boxes, and I'm looking for this and that and the other thing. And she goes, I used to work at the bank years ago. I was a vault manager. I said, really?
Oh, wow.
And then she said, well, I just moved into my daughter's. And she said that her husband had saved silver and that she would do the same thing when she get off work. She would go to the bank. And this is back in the 60s. And
right on.
so she has a bag. She has a bag full of coins that she wants me to check. And I said, well, 5 or 6. And I says, no, it's not 5 or 6 coins. It's like, 20 or 30 rolls of 1960 rolls. I said, oh my goodness. So, I'm torn to go out there and take advantage of it because she has, that much. And I asked her, and I said, what a Mercury dime looks like? She goes, yeah, I know what a Mercury dime is. I know what a Barber looks like. I also know what a Kennedy looks like because I was working through the Benjis, and I left in 69 or 70 because she was a vault manager. She would order all the money, the bills, all that kind of stuff. And she would also collect all the money that needed to be destroyed for the Federal Reserve Bank. And she told me stories about what she used to collect from the bank. I go, well, if you know what you're talking about there, I can only imagine what you have in your safe at home. Said, well, you come over. I'll give you my address. So she gave me the address and phone number. I moved to her daughter's house, so I need to go check out her
stash.
And if it's rolls of anything like silver dollars and original bank rolls,
oh, I'd be so thrilled.
Oh, I said, I'm gonna take pictures. I'm gonna put gloves on and everything.
Right. Like me today, I was at the LCS and he said, oh, I'm glad you found, it was 1909 SVDB slab. And he goes, oh, I'm glad you found that. And I thought, oh my gosh, you didn't know where it was at. And I said, can I take it out on the table and go take a picture of it?
Did you?
Yeah. I mean, I was shaking like, oh my gosh.
What condition was it in?
AU 58, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah. It marked like 945 or 54. I can't remember. I get dyslexic.
Marley says, oh my God, you lost that number? Yes, I did. It wore off my hand.
I know when you said that, I remembered you saying, oh, I remembered after you got going about the vendor. Oh, she said earlier something about, can you get them to open the coin machine at the change?
I don't know.
See, we're not in a big enough area that we even have one, or that I have one, I should say.
Well, we're mostly we're dead center of the state, so a lot of the traveling is between Sacramento and Bakersfield. So we have a lot of traffic from LA to San Francisco to Sacramento. So it's the main hub between most of California, and a lot of people, believe me, they carry cash like crazy.
Yeah. I mean, we're not in a heavily dense populated area. It's an hour outside of St. Louis, so yeah.
Well, I've driven through there. I took my son back to Missouri one time. We took a different route. You got some nice country out there, but man, you got some long roads.
Oh yeah, they're real exciting. Let me tell you, cornfield after bean field after cornfield.
See, even back in my house, I have one side of my street is, well, in the middle of my street behind my house is city. The other side of the half the city is street is the
Mhm.
county. So I have 1,000 acres of vineyard on one side, and the other side I have 80 acres of pomegranate, and then the housing begins, all the new housing.
I could sit and just look at the vegetation all day. They'd be happy.
You find anything interesting? You want how many rolls of the BUs?
There's this one, and then two more small dates. Well, one's a plain. I take that back. So one more small date of the B, then small date plain, and then large date plain.
Nice.
Yes, they've been, and like I said, they've been sitting here for quite a while, and because that was the ones they said, oh, that's the ones you cut your teeth on. So it's like, well, we'll get some of those, That's where it all started, and then I couldn't tell you how long it was before I opened them.
Yeah, I have a roll of 2005 D nickels
Mm-hmm.
buffaloes. I haven't opened it.
And it's just like they're here. There's no hurry.
Yeah.
I was still pretty reluctant because I thought I didn't have a cherry pickers, and I just like I don't know what I'm doing. You kind of listen to everybody else talk and just sit back baffled, going, "What?"
What else did we need to pay? What else to do?
Did I write it on the calendar?
I don't know.
If there was anything, it would have been over there in the mail pile.
Well, I got a file in here. I
Um,
don't know. We'll look later.
I think everything's covered. Excuse me.
Let me get some more ice.
Okay. Yeah, I did. Well, I'll look at the bank statement. I'll be able to figure it out from that quicker than just guessing. I wish I could remember. Nope.
See, this one here I just pulled out of my drum. I'm gonna call it a jar.
Mm-hmm.
But this one here is not as nice as yours in color, but I hardly have any
Yeah.
I mean, it looks good.
Yeah, their fields are clean.
Little spot here and there, and then I get right here to the shoulder.
Well, that one I just threw in there had some schmoops on it too, but it was pretty darn dark. Which I mean, he'll have that. See, like even on him, on his lapel.
Yeah.
Yeah. And out there in the field.
This one here is not as shiny as yours, but it doesn't have many marks.
Right. And plus we're doing way more magnification than they would for,
Oh yeah.
as far as grading. So
I keep those to a side. Mainly because I'm gonna see if I replace them in my book.
right. tell you what, there's a bunch going on in those O's. Oh, and that E.
Yeah.
Can't believe this is how many errors there could be on one coin. Like I said, this was the one that they're like, if you can't find anything on that, hang your hat up. This is not the hobby for you.
My wife asked me, how can you go through so many coins and just look at a penny, let alone a dime? I said, I don't know. Just it calms me out.
Yeah. It's like initially I thought, man, it takes forever to go through pennies. Because when you start out and you just really don't have a plan of attack or know what you're looking for, and like I was just sorting everything in Ice Cube tray slots just so they'd have them separated. And then once I was like, okay, once I do that, then I'll go through them. It's like, I don't know. It's like anything else. You keep doing it, it gets a lot easier.
That's why I like talking to someone rather than talking to myself. That's what it feels like. But normally I like to search while I'm talking because it just gives me a level of comfort, you might say.
Oh yeah, it makes the time go by faster too.
Oh, yeah.
I had a friend that was actually into errors and varieties, but he was just stuck on Indian head pennies. And then I figured out he was just stuck on a particular penny. And this was before I even knew how to define like a die clash. Because he'd say, oh, do you see this? It looks like it's coming through from the other side. And early stages of stuff. And I was like, I figured out what it's called, But then he'd say, okay, take a picture of it. And then, a few weeks later, we'd do the same thing all over again. And he's like, oh, take a picture of this. And then I, have my medium-sized tablet and look, and I'm like, oh, I said, I've already took a picture of this.
Huh.
And then it happened again. And I was like, okay, we need to find you something else to look at. And it wasn't happening. It's like, okay, I think we've run our course here, bud.
Yeah, and the other thing too is that some people are they won't do pennies, they won't do nickels, they have a negative side to anything. For me, I mean, this is still so new to me. Oh, that's a big fingerprint right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm learning. I haven't found my niche. I like pennies. I like nickels. I like dimes. I like quarters. I like half dollars. But I don't think I'm going to be limited to just to, pennies or just to nickels or just to quarters or half dollars, to say. If it's interesting and it keeps me going, then I'm trying to learn a little bit of everything. But I do understand. They say, "Wow, this sucker's really polished."
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Looking like over here.
Yeah. But no, I mean, it accumulates. Even though it's a lot to take in, but you if you keep repeating it, you'll remember it.
Yeah, that's what it moves me. I said, I just like one day it was like, oh my gosh, it clicked.
Oh, Ken Peavy did a 5-minute educational video about using the word, just saying an error. What kind of error? And he was like, error. What? And he shows an email with the same word. Well, I don't know what this error is, and then he gave a list of 4 columns of, all die clash,
yeah,
RPMs, DDOs, or all that stuff, and use the right terminology. That's why we're trying to educate, try to get more educated in it. And then another one, Daniel forgot his last name.
Coin help you. That's what I just called it.
Yeah.
Coin help you.
Talking about more education, how YouTube is exploiting the hobby of coin collecting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting here.
Oh yeah. You can see it to the like 5 o'clock or 5 o'clock all day long.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's sticking out.
Mm-hmm.
So I can get closer to it and see what it looks like. Not close enough. Too far away. What do you think, Melissa? Whoops.
My scope does that too. It's like it'll move on its own, like very slowly.
Here we go. What do you think?
You see that just tiny bit, the
And then it stops.
the leg of the D, just
Yeah.
ever so slightly.
I'm going to ask.
I'm like, would that be a? I shouldn't say that because it wouldn't be a repart. I mean, if it was,
Well,
I mean, like, it reminds me of like a horizontal.
yeah.
That's what I'm like. It's kind of a bold thing to say. That's what I was like. I don't really want to say it, but it's what I'm thinking.
I'll ask. I won't say it is. I'm saying, can you tell me what this is? You know, what kind of variety is it? Or what era is it? I can't believe how dirty my hands get sometimes on these coins.
Oh, yeah, pennies and actually pennies and quarters are the worst.
Yeah.
Okay, now I've lost my marbles because I know I had something that was horizontal somewhere. Oops. I think there's anything like that in the book. That's why I said all else fails, grab the book. Even though there's not always a whole lot to go on. There's no 83D in there. Doggone it. So that's what I used
Hey,
to
Lemonhead's in here.
woman.
Hey, Lemonhead, how you doing today? Comment on minute marks. Okay. He's that one there. That's pretty common.
That stinks.
I'm gonna have him come up.
Right
What?
on.
Minute lemon.
I love some lemon.
Come on up, sir. I'm gonna have you voice your opinion because I am still learning your great wisdom. Let's see.
Yeah. A grasshopper over here too. Come teach us some more.
Let me see if he comes up. I'm gonna leave that up for right now. Yep, there he is.
Yay.
You hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
again.
Okay.
Plays a
Yeah,
part.
you see it a lot on the zinc lanterns at the mid-mark. It's a crack in the plating. So you're seeing the zinc planter. That's the gray color.
Uh-huh.
So it's like zinc rot is like a loose term to describe like where you see the bubbles or the tops of like all the letters in the device where you can see where it's looks like it slid, and then you can see the green. That's the same thing. So it's real common at the min marks.
So the mint mark is being punched through and exposing through the copper layer and going to the zinc.
Well, the mint marks punched into the forget which hub, but to the hub that makes the dies,
Uh-huh.
like the last one, and then but they were hand done. But right there, for some
like the
reason,
master.
you'll see it a lot. It's like super common on all the zinc planchards, on the memorials.
Awesome. See, that's what I like about this. I learn a lot more easier one-on-one or one-on-three right at this point right now.
Right on.
And that's what I was thinking, because I've seen this. Someone explained it to me, but they were a little bit off, compared to what you're saying. So I'm glad.
Well, it's take it all with a grain of salt. I mean,
Yeah.
People make mistakes. They can be wrong. I just remember that's one of the, because I went through a lot of pennies, and early on, that was one of the things that I used to think that they're repunched too. So that's just something I learned.
But 83,
you'll see it
right?
like often, because the plating on the zinc, the copper plating is like very, very, very thin.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like you see a lot of them with the cracked plating.
Okay. Now I'm going on a limb here, and I'm going to be an either educated fool or an ignorant smart person.
Right on.
All right. Now those streaks,
We call them striations.
yeah, the striations, they go across the face and onto the other side. Would this be considered what they say is called a woody?
No, that's what's the year?
1980.
All right. Well, you can find woodies because it's a copper planchard, but that doesn't look like an alloy mix. Or
Okay, would that be like the rollers then?
yeah, maybe it could be polishing. I've read a lot of different stuff, and I've even had guys that were real knowledgeable say that there's like no explanation for them, that you can't really prove either way.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I call them striations because I think it's not. Flip it over.
Oh, both sides.
Yeah, see that doesn't. I don't always, because I get a lot of coins. I like the striations, and you don't always see it on both sides, and it's going north to south on both, huh?
Oh, yeah, it is.
That to me that would speak to it could be in the alloy mix, because it's like how do you put it? It's grain. It's like a piece of real marble. That's how you tell real marble.
Right.
You flip it over, if the veins are the same on the other side, then it's a real cultured piece of marble. It's not a bunch of marble dust that was epoxied together. That's the cheap stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's well, I can do. Let me see. Let me look real quick and see what I find. But yeah, the improperly mixed alloy, the planchard error. There's only 3 errors. PDS. It's either planchard,
Uh-huh.
die, or during the striking. Everything else is a variety. So like you once you get into it more, you'll start to hear people like say that a lot. PDS, or you'll read it in a lot of places. That's what it is. Planchard die strike.
Well, I've seen them before, in paper.
Yeah, and I have them where it doesn't go through the device; it's only on the planchard, and vice versa. Yours there, it goes through everything. And give me a second here.
Oh, 1 roll. That's enough for me.
Hey, you got a small day roll. That's like a $200 roll, girl.
What?
Very tight. Yeah, small date, 60.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah, nice roll.
They're all small dates.
What's that on the 60?
Oh no, I'm saying her whole roll is 1960 small date.
Oh, those were
Yeah.
60.
Those are expensive rolls. Large dates are cheap. The 60 plain, like if it's original roll, BU, like roughly, I think like $6-7 a coin in just BU. So times 50.
Well, I think I'm glad I had my daughter.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the big overdate, 60 Denver is that's what drives the premium on it. So yeah, it's like those get pricey, man. Those are great rolls to search.
Oh yeah, they're fun.
And I was listening to you guys, and you said someone had told you like if you can't find something in this year,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's because there's over 250 repunch mint marks in it, just
Oh,
alone,
yeah.
just in the RPMs. It's insane. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
You can't find it on there. This is not the hobby for you. Hang it up because
Well, I mean, like, I was into the 60 getting mint marks, and then it's just, man, I started to get like, God, I think they discovered like two more like the week I was doing them. I'm like, oh, screw this, two more, I'm done. 248, I was cool. 250, forget it.
right. I didn't know it. Oh dang! I just grabbed the top one off of.
That are missing.
That's not
Is that damage?
What's that?
Hello.
Or you gotta get a little closer. It's hard to tell. I know that year you get a lot of dye chips in the letters.
Oh yeah.
That's odd. It could have been a braided away, where like they overdid they tried to polish something out on the dye.
Mm-hmm.
But like at first thought, always think it's post-mint damage. So you start there, and then however you do it. Like, do you see any damage, scratch marks? Like usually damage would be easy to tell once you scrutinize it more. See the top, the little mark on the top of the R. That kind of makes me think it might be damaged, but
yeah, because there's almost like a spot that goes across.
You got polished or something. Then you got like I don't know if that's a scratch or a dye crack running
that line goes
north to south, but going from west to east. And you got some extra metal over there above the E.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, something happened. And it looks like it's under the E. So yeah, it might happen in the mint. The extra metal under the E, it came from the R. So yeah, it could have been something that happened in the mint. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Those are a lot more red than these other ones are.
The keeper. Keeper.
You.
You guys caught me. I was just getting ready to run in and use the little ladies' room.
Here, Ada.
Yeah, power my nose.
Right. See, I now I actually have these in the right order. That's the large date. Good. And then both of those were small date. D because they're fat. Cool.
You're gonna have to excuse me for a minute.
Okay, dope.
All right, I was just looking at all the sample photos. It's striations like that. They don't look like any of the woodies really. But I'll try to find you a definition, like what. But I'll be right back.
All right.
What do I say? Always fails. Always go to the book.
Yeah, I'm about to get some books myself. See, it doesn't look like it's like superficial. It looks more like deeper in the metal itself.
That's weird.
Yeah. Now, after the first of the year, once this Christmas is over,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start buying some of my coins.
That's cool. Okay, I know Silverman said there was something like there was a little test, but I feel like there was something that was like a short definition page, unless I'm thinking of just the regular red book.
I wonder, does Variety Vista have Woody section?
I don't know. Okay, it had been Cherry Pickers because he said something about that.
Okay, master listing, content homepage.
Scope.
Mm,
Stereoscope, yeah. Yeah, that had been in here then.
okay. Let
I
me
need to bone up on that better. Just doubling the die fatigue and
yeah, I'm gonna look for just Woody.
I think I might have a couple in my book.
At least there's some pictures of it, but I haven't. Coin Community Forum, 1920, 1940s, 25, 41. Let's see what it says about this one. 38. Here's Coin Talk. Let's see what it says.
Yeah, those are some toners.
It's an 80 Denver. Now, you can't tell with that picture. Characteristics. Improper oil mix. Improper oil mix, part 4, planchet errors. Improper oil mix. The different term properties can apply to two related errors. The constituent the metal solid oil can be well mixed in the wrong proportions in the mix of the too much zinc or tin, which causes a brassy color.
Shot them in there.
Oh, here's a 41 and a 48.
Okay, not in that book.
Now the ones that showing the 41, I mean that looks like sticks of wood.
Oh yeah, they will. It'll truly look like it's wood grain. I don't have any in this pile.
I think my cat's going crazy.
Tell him to knock it off.
He's running. He just ran in. He just ran into the couch head first.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and then he runs the other direction, and he hits the wall with his body.
I call that the bat poop crazy laps. Like the cats get the cat crazies, and the dogs get the bat crap. You know, crazy laps going. Take that.
No.
About a blistering this look like they had. Just for fun. I don't really think
41 is barely like
blister. Huh? I pulled a U, Hector. These were also Super 88s, and I had 2005 D in there. Why? No clue.
I'm gonna paste and show you what I looked at.
Okay.
Okay, take a look at that site.
Those are actually out of circulation. I want to see what they looked like better. Everybody had, somebody just goes to the bank and then they immediately fingerprint,
Oh no.
Throw it in the bucket and don't worry about it forever. Not too bad.
Do you use a cloth? Are you moving a cloth?
Do I what?
The coins you move them on? Yeah. Are you moving them on a cloth?
No, like the rubber backing that you can stick in the drawers and stuff, so stuff doesn't slide around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nice mustache. No, I cut off a small piece that fits under a scope, so I can fit like 3 or 4 coins on it usually. I don't know why I flipped that over. Habit, I guess. Okay. Now, if I can open a new tab, and I should have copied the link first. And I need my. Oh wait, see, I listened to Craig Dermott. He said, "Why don't you just have your mouse plugged in?" Because I never really use it. And I don't see it cooperating on here anyway. That's funny. Well, I've got it plugged into the little adapter thing. So maybe because it wasn't on, it's not recognizing it. Anyway. More than one way to skin a cat. Got the pin that goes with it.
Yeah.
There we go. About time.
Did it pop up? The first one. I'm eating ice. My tongue got numb.
I'm trying to make the pit. There we go. Now we're cooking with peanut oil. Okay.
First one's a 41.
I
They're both
on
41.
the side.
But see how the stripes. The other one has texture on the whole coin. The first one. The second one shows stripes, actual definitions between and streaks. And then when you look on the reverse side, it has a lot more streaks. And
It was cutting out anyway. I couldn't hear you.
why? Oh, you can hear me. Let's see. Oh. They even have it on an old 1908 British halfpenny.
Reading this link that he was saying would be beneficial to look at. Well, you busted me. Yeah, I'm actually looking at it.
Okay.
Because he says, "Now what are you doing, my husband? Now what are you doing?"
You see the second 41?
Yes.
Now that looks like a Woody.
Yeah. Now, see, like that 48, I've got something that looks similar to that, but I thought that was like called a lamination error, which then Lemon comes back and be like, "Hey, buddy."
Yeah, where is he? He probably here still hear us.
No, he said he did have to go powder his nose, so.
Oh. I'll pull that to the side. Do you have any more BUs?
Oh yeah, I was just trying to decide what order to put these up in because I'm not marking them tonight, and I always take that one that had the red on it, and then that way I'll know. Oh, that's where to stop because that's where you were finding stuff, and then go through it all over again. Look for RPMs. So I say I never look for stuff and mark it at night because then I'm like, what was I thinking?
Yeah. That's why I'm only checking dates. 82s in one pile, 81s. Oh, this was gross.
The goobers.
Yeah, it's a keeper too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's when even the toothpick can't save.
No. See, this was got a lot of toning going through it.
Yeah. See, some people don't like. I like it.
It's got some pinks, some blues, some purples. Some of the copper's coming through it.
Don't want to step on that.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna grab my penny box real quick.
Sure, go ahead.
In my red bag.
Oh, I got one.
You're right there.
Okay. See, I feel like I marked some woodies, but I don't know why I would have just put them in the regular box. But I guess after a while, they had to go somewhere, you know.
Well, I tell you, I'm trying to figure out an efficient way to go through my coins, and I've done it 3 different ways, and it hasn't worked out. Either I'm gonna do coin roll hunting
Mm-hmm.
and stick with it, and fill my books, or I'm gonna go. Man, no, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna stick with my coin roll hunting.
Yes.
Anything invaluable, errors and varieties, I'll put to a side. Look at them later.
Right.
Fill the books, you know, and then add to my books because I still need a few more to catch up on. So here's another one.
Yeah. See, that's one thing that's hard to tell under these cameras.
Yeah. But it catches my eye for some, it's got to be a reason for it.
I think it's in an annealing error.
See, it's not on the back though. It is in the front though, but not as pronounced. See, here's another one that looks like it. So there's got to be something common.
Yeah, it's common.
I'll keep that to a side just in case. We just looked up woody scents.
Woody's a planter error, and all that is it's poorly mixed alloys. So
Right.
it could be like the proportions are incorrect, and sometimes it's just that they didn't stir the metals, like literally. So it was poorly mixed. That's why you have like clumps of like different,
like tiger stripes.
different stripes. Yeah, I like the ones that are crosshatch. They remind me like I call them corduroy. They kind of look like corduroy.
Uh-huh.
And then I like the ones that just have like big veins, like gold in a rock. Those are cool looking, and you get a lot of different the colors. But yeah, woodies are cool, but they're common too.
Yeah.
And you get them on a lot of the earlier weeds.
Now this would be more of a polishing striations, right?
Not necessarily. See, because they all go one direction. The striations. I think it's a annealing error, that improper heat. Like you got too much. I'm trying to find something. I don't want to say it definitely, but because there's a lot of stuff happens when they're in there too long because they heat the coins. They heat the planchets because they take a strike better.
Mm-hmm.
So they go through these ovens, and sometimes like the Black Beauty nickel, that's an annealing error.
No, I've got.
Then the heat way
I
too
can actually find that one easier than a can of Woody Penny.
And then,
Like, what would you make of this?
Let's see. Damn, my stomach's killing me, man. Ooh. I was here at Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's either a dryer coin or something got on it. You see, it looks like a water, like a spill
Mm-hmm.
ran on it. So, because copper super reactive, it could have been anything. It could have been soap or a soda or beer or whatever it was.
I mean, nothing.
It's sat there long enough to react with the copper, or it's topical. It could be that it'll wash off.
And that's not a wash-off situation.
Yeah, then it changed the copper, like it tarnished it.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, perfectly, it looks like, like it's all round and it has a little hole where it didn't touch and change it. It like looks like if you got it wet,
Yeah, and just let it lay. Because, man, I've got some that stepdad had tossed my weight. He's like, well,
I
here,
have
you
since then.
need to find something decent. And then I was like,
You've seen where the
they were garbage. They were pink.
dirt got on the planter or dust, even dust, and the plating took, except where it's dusty.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, because I heard
People try to fake them by just spraying like gray spray paint on it because it looks the same. But I got a couple cool ones that it's the plating. It's the plating didn't take. So
one of those 60Ds I had, there was a really light spot, like where the,
there was those all copper.
yeah.
That
That's
had
why,
to have been something that reacted with the copper.
yeah, that's why I was like, well, what the heck is this?
And then you have to remember that all these got washed,
Pardon my French.
put them through rinses. And all through the years, the mint to this day, they experiment a lot with the rinses. So they use all kinds of chemical, and they give them chemical baths. They get these rinses. So that's like the there's a Sacagawea dollar that it was an experimental rinse and it messed them up really bad.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like a weird, like greenish gray looking color. And that's was from an improper. It was a rinse, and they got out. They're not supposed to get out, like quality control, but it's out. That's pretty red.
I'll ask you this. Okay, so like the Cheerio Sacagawea, is that only 1 year, or is that because of how it's stamped deep around with the rim, protruding?
Cheerio only made it was a promotion, and they said 10,000, exactly 10,000. That's what they say. I mean, who knows? It could have been a few or something, but supposedly 10,000 with the Cheerio, and they put them in cereal boxes.
Okay, I didn't know if it was the honest to goodness because it was a promotion in Cheerio. That was a name for.
But they changed the designer for the reverse, the tail feathers of the bird, the eagle. He did extra work on the dye, and to make it more crisp. And so the difference is when you set them side by side, there's way more detail in the feathers on the tail of the eagle, and they're cross hatched. And it's really prominent. Like when you see them side by side, it's easy to tell. Like once you see it once, you could always spot it.
Right. You
don't. Yeah, so it's like it's cross hatching, and there's a lot of lines going on. Whereas the regular one is a stripe. It wasn't the dye you went messed with for the Cheerio. It's kind of mushy. And it's not as detailed. But that's how you know. And you get a lot of money for them, especially if they're not messed with.
Yeah, because I didn't know squat about it, and then
that's the big one. And then the other big one is the lady who, what was it? She's the one that designed, or yeah, I think she did it. She won the design. Well, they presented their presentation dollars. She got presented with like 5,000 of them, like at a big ceremony. So she had these for a long time, and then came a time where a lot of them were, I think PCGS or maybe it was NGC, and she started hawking them because she needed the money. So nobody knows how many exactly, but there's been a track of like how many they've hit the auction, because once they're at auction, there's a history for life, and they get a lot of money for them.
Now you got me curious because I feel like, what's her face? Jenna Bush, Yeager, that she said she's married to the son of a woman who had designed some U.S. coins. So I wonder if it was that. Well, I mean, I guess her last name would be Yeager then, but.
Well, I just know presentation dollars is what they call it. I can't remember the name. So I'm sure if you just Google the presentation dollar, it'll tell you.
Right on. Well, I was thinking of it the other way around. I think I actually put in Jenna Bush Yeager's mother-in-law. Just see
Yeah,
At what time?
you go
when I get to the wild?
I would. It's hard. Search words are. Sometimes I hit it. Sometimes I don't. Let's see. Presentation dollar.
This is crazy.
Cyclogia, the Good Acre, duh. I don't know why I can't remember. I'm bad with names. Titles and names, like horrible with. But yeah, they call them the Good Acre presentation dollars. They were special strikes.
It's
CDS, yeah.
now the design is different from the first one. There's two. There's one here that says Glenna Goodacre.
Yeah, Good Acre. They only made 5,000 of them. They gave them to her. They were payment. It was payment, and so she got 5,000 special Sacagawea dollars, and it was because it was commissioned for her payment for her work, because her design was chosen. So those 5,000, like a few years, I forget how long after, but she started selling them, dude, because they were worth bread, and she started hawking them. Hey, everybody goes through it, like you never know.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, right now I'm on the PCGS website. An MS-68 is $800 a piece.
Yeah, that's because that's the all prices on PCGS means that they only put price quotes for stuff that's in their holder. So that means that they value a PCGS holder Good Acre dollar in that grade. And it should say special 69, not. Oh, you said special, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, SP 69. Yeah, that's freaking $800 for a dollar. That because there's only 5,000, they're special. They're not the same as their counterparts. That's pretty cool. I think it was a good idea. It was smart on her part to take $5,000 payment instead of 5,000 cash, because the 5,000 cash only worth $5,000.
It says Heritage Auctions on the 4th of for April 24th, 2013. They sold an SP-69 for $5,288.
A lot of bread, boy.
No doubt.
A lot of money. Yeah. I wonder if that wasn't an earlier, like there's probably like more. I mean, of course, more hit the market for the price to drop.
Well, it says
early pieces, man, go for the most, and then the more that come out, the lower the value.
Yeah, it says the 2000p Sacagawea Good Acre presentation special strike, and PCGS SP-69 5,000.
You know what the record is? The record for one of those is $6,325.
Really?
Yeah, and it was in an ICG holder. Same thing. Specimen 69, 2,000, $6,300.
So it's the only designation of those is the feathers itself.
Oh, on the presentation dollars?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I know the Cheerio. That's how you tell the Cheerios. Presentation dollars. I've never seen one. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, that's what I was saying with those Cheerios, like just a certain.
Cheerios is only 10,000, and they were the only way you could get it was in the box. That was like a special promotion that they did, and but the Good Acre presentation ones, I would just assume that they're probably like really sharp. They're probably like proof, like razor rim. But that's a guess. But all you'd have to do is just that's not hard stuff to find. You probably just go on any one of the sites. Let's see. All right, here we go. Presentation to observe sculptor Glendora Good Acre by the U.S. Mint.
Hey, Phil, what's up?
No.
And $5,000 given to Good Acre are different from the ones found in circulation. They're struck on they're on burnished placards. giving them a proof-like or specimen appearance. They were struck with higher than normal pressures by polished dyes. They were also treated with that antioxidant to help preserve their appearance, with the desires to have these coins preserved and permanently identified. Mrs. Goodacre, she had all 5,000 of them certified and sealed by ICG.
Smart.
Sealed how? Sealed how?
Put in a holder.
Slab.
Yeah, she had all 5,000 slabbed, and they're all certified and numbered, serial numbered. So any of them that aren't in a ICG holder,
Uh-huh.
they did a change over. They sent them in to a different company to have them broken out and then redone into PCGS or wherever, NGC. But it says they began to encapsulate these coins on August 8, 2000. On that day, they encapsulated 120 coins, beginning with the numbers 2003 through 2001-22. The remainder were to be encapsulated at a later date. Numbers 2003 to 4,999. They were sold to the public for $200 each. The remaining numbers were retained by her. She kept
I went on to his legs,
a couple thousand to herself.
legs like that. I went right. He's goofy.
And then the ones that she kept were sold to a Lexington dealer, Jeff Garrett, at Mid-American Rare Coin Galleries. The approximately 2,000 pieces were still encapsulated in the original ICG holders. Mr. Garrett arranged to have them graded by PCGS. So that's how the ones that you see got PCGS.
Uh-huh.
A dealer bought the 2,000 that she saved herself. They were in the ICG holders, but he took them all over to PCGS.
Well, I'm looking at a photo of a regular Sacagawea dollar versus a Cheerios Sacagawea dollar. And the only difference it shows and points to is the feathers on the tail.
Yeah, that's what I was telling who.
Yeah. The
They're-
tail on the regular one is just feathers that look like they're flowing through the back.
Yeah, they're mushy and they're not as good, detailed. The
Right.
ones on the stereo are like, I call it crosshatch. They look like X's to me.
Right.
And it's real busy and sharp. Pretty easy. I mean, when you see them side by side, you can tell a big difference.
So all the remaining Sacagawea should be in cases?
The Goodacre dollars,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, who knows what people do with them, but yeah, 2,000 of them were taken to PCGS. So they were taken out of ICG holders. PCGS put them in their holders. And then it says the greatest majority, approximately 95% of them graded specimen 67 and 68. The coins ranged in grade all the way from a specimen 64 to a high of 69, so there's no 70s. So that's your range. You could stumble upon a 64 all the way up to 69, but 95% of them are either in 67 or 8. And that's at the 2,000. So the 2,000 she kept, she sold to American Rare Coin. They took them PCGS. But the other ones were sold to the public, and for $200 a pop too. Whoo, boy, man! I wish I had one of those. I've seen a couple in the holder, but I've never seen a Cheerio dollar.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty cool. I mean, smart, freaking smart. I just didn't. I would assume that they would have done that, knowing,
Exactly.
Yeah, painter in the actual coin and like the undertaking that was to have especially done and they're burnished and the whole nine. Like it must have cost way more than $5,000 to make those 5,000 fucking
Oh, heck
coins,
yeah.
right? So and it was payment. So it's like why so special? I don't know. But they honestly do it for coin collectors.
Well,
It's like when the director of the Mint, the last one that Obama had picked,
uh-huh.
the other side had contested it, and he worked day one as the director without pay for like 7 of those 8 years because it was contested. But he went straight to work. without paycheck. Well, regardless, anyways, I remember the first interview he gave, and I want to say it was the guy from Coin World magazine that would interviewed him. And the first question he asked when I watched it was, so what's on your to-do list? What's top of your list? You know, what's the first thing you plan on doing now when you go to work? And he said his answer was to cater to the coin collector. That was his answer. That was his number one most important thing, was to keep us coin collectors happy. So it's like making these anomalies, or picking like this reverse eagle that just came out, mintage at 30,000. It's purposely making it and then selling it for $60, knowing they're going to be, you know, thousands. It's really, they do it to keep us in goodies, you know,
Right.
which is cool.
They should have made just a teensy bit more. Or
Let's have it though.
or not let you know, grading companies get quite so many of them when they did.
Ooh, here's this is called something new, but old information. This in December, Colorado collector Linda Stone brought to attention a rumor that not all of the Goodacre presentation dollars, they may not have all been burnished. So they contacted JP Martin and ICG and found out the rumor was somewhat true. Ooh, I didn't know that. It was printed in the Numismatic Press, but for some unexplainable reason, it went virtually unnoticed.
Really?
Yeah, I can see that. Like, there's people who buy expensive stuff and they don't sit there and Google over it. They just like knowing they have it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's like burnished. It's just a little on the darker side, but they're light proof. So it's like, I've had burnished coins and I've like not noticed it right away. It's not like just jump out and bite you.
Yeah.
But that's so the difference in the two types. So they have a type 2. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I knew that there was a type 2, but
Cool.
what I didn't know was Cheerio ones. That's what I didn't know.
Oh, right on. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you never came across it or heard about it, the first time you hear is the first time you hear.
Yeah, because Booger Lips just brought it up to me the other night, and I was like, "What?" I mean, I knew about the ones in the cereal box, but
What do
then,
you call Booger Lips? Is that Ohio?
yeah,
The kid? Okay.
Yeah.
You're kidding me. You call him Booger Lips?
What is
Yeah.
his nickname? I call my son Booger.
I figured that would be more acceptable than calling him Fart Blossom. You know,
Booger
Well,
Lips.
that would sound better for him.
That kid cracks me up.
yeah. Well, that's kind of been like a, I don't know, ongoing thing. Like, instead of cussing with me, then I'll be like, "Man, you're a fart blossom," you know, or something like that. And
Yeah.
I just thought, because I'm always just like exasperated at him sometimes. So like, Booger Lips. I was like, yeah, that's your nickname. And I called him that on Sacaplatas stream. I mean, it spread like wildfire after that. It didn't go away.
Right on.
I was like, oh no.
I've heard
No, I like my nickname. It's fine.
Booger. I take Booger Lips.
Right.
Oh yeah. Some of the nicknames I've been called. Well, I don't know if they were nicknames.
Well, I say it with endearment. So
Yeah, for sure. You know that.
yeah, that's why he knows. You know, our joke is like, oh, he's my YouTube kid. So
Adopted.
no, Parker's adopted. No way, Parker's never adopted.
I was going to ask you guys about the COPA law, the new COPA rules or laws that this is happening. And then the thing the other day also with Cajun, he got an email from StreamYards that he was streaming over his budgeted hours.
Oh, Rhonda gets those all.
Yeah,
the
you only get 20. Don't hold me to this. I was told this, but he said it matter of factly, so I have no reason not to believe him. It's StreamYard's free, but you only get 20 hours free a month streaming. So you can't run out of free hours.
Oops. I went over, but they never sent me one.
Dude, I can run through
I don't
20
know.
minutes in 3 days.
I'm sure there's a place to check how much time you streamed, right?
They show it somewhere.
I would assume. I'm assuming. I don't have to.
I haven't seen anywhere where they show a time.
It's probably
It's
probably
very
setting or something, or it doesn't have its own analytic, or
No, not at all.
No, that's what I said. It's very limited. Like that first time when they had it out, and you can like say you can only have the host and 2 other people, and then they like mine wouldn't do any more than that, and the thing came out like, oh, you can pay $25 a month, or I can't remember what it was for a year, but it was like the math on this is totally screwy, and I thought, well, something better.
a long time ago, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah, I
when
remember that.
Hangout was over with and StreamYard started. So I paid the $25 because I was like, I want 5 people up here besides me. And then I know a couple people were able to still do it. And like Rhonda Tolliver told me, she goes, I didn't pay for it. And she's constantly getting emails that going over her hours, but they don't do anything.
Versions that they give out, who knows? Maybe it's a promotion, maybe some of them are a little better than others.
Mm-hmm.
You always get offers for like your internet and phone home service, and the prices are different. Like every time you get junk mail, it's
Sirius XM radio. Those are never the same twice.
Yeah, so maybe it's just that. Maybe there's times where people got in it's 50 hours, or who knows? I don't know.
Like I've never got an email about mine. And I know she has, but it hasn't stopped or slowed down anything she's been able to do. So
free, man. You know what I'm saying? Like if you email and you ran out of free, then you ran out of free. I mean, it's like, but a conspiracy, I don't think it's that big a deal, really. But it's not like, because I heard it the way everybody's like the light that they talk about it. It's like they're making mountains out of molehills.
Yeah,
that's a strategy here on YouTube. And it works. It gets views.
Yeah.
What were you asking about the other, Hector?
Yeah, the COPA laws.
Yeah.
What's that dealing with?
Well, it's just the child to protect kids. So there's a law, and then so because of the law, YouTube had to change some of its policies. So now it's just, if I read all of it. And then I went and watched, because I subscribed to the CEO of YouTube, and she put out a video and talked about it. And it's really simple, dude. If you are a content maker, and if that's your genre, if you specifically make content for kids, then not a big deal. You label it's kids, for kids. But if you don't, then you need to label it that it's not for kids. And what the definition, it always gets down to the definitions. What's kid content, and it's 13 and under. So 13 and under is children. That's basically what they're saying. So it's like if I have my late night streams I used to do, yeah, it's late night. It's like really late, and sometimes the chat will get a little get a little off topic, a little spicy, or the jokes, it's for adults. So it's easy. I don't market to kids. So I just went in and selected all of everything I had up and put 18 and over.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, because I don't market to children. I don't sell anything to children. I don't do instructional. Nothing I do is for kids. There's younger collectors in the community.
Yeah, that's what I said. I've never seen a kid in your
never any under the age of 13. So, but it's easy. I don't have to worry about it no more, because I just selected 18 and over, and it changed nothing whatsoever for me.
Well,
I already went in and checked my analytics, and it didn't know nothing like lost or percentage. Like it didn't do anything bad. So, and it's that easy to do it, to select it for all the stuff that you have uploaded or up there.
Hi, Detecting Daddy. How's it going?
And as far as that, like the FCC handing out, what is it, like $45,000 fines or whatever? Good luck with that shit. Send me the bill. Checks in the mail. That's what I tell them.
That's what I said. You can't get blood out of a turnip.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, so the the threat is that you might lose your YouTube, then I mean, to me, it's for a reason. You know, they make these laws. It's a law to protect kids. Why wouldn't everybody be on board? You know, instead of all the like hoopla and all the, oh my God, and you know, all the YouTube people need to worry now. Why would you worry one bit? If you're marketing to kids, then you just maybe you have to change a few things just so that it's in the writing, you know, like the legal fine print. Okay, like that doesn't sound like a big chore if that's what you like, what you make your living or what you do. I'm sure they have no problem doing that. They're making content for kids. That means they care about kids. So do you think they'd be backers of the law?
Right.
Yeah. And I haven't met anybody that oh, I take it back. Silver Nitrate was really worried, and I think he was just over worrying, but I don't know if he said something something did happen, like with one of his videos, because I know he has Little Nitrate, his daughter, but I don't know how old she is.
9.
Okay, so she is. So she's under the 13, so she's a kid. So all that means, I think, is that he just has to put the right labeling on his videos. And then he has to make sure that he puts the filters on the chat. You can make the chat really tight so that it like I always select not to leave any comment up. I select the next one down. What is it? To hold
For review it.
potentially inappropriate. Yeah, for review.
Yeah.
And that means like you gotta say something pretty bad in there. And I always put I list all the words that I won't allow, you know, and I always list cuss words and stuff like that, or drug names. So even if you try to type it in my chat, it won't pop up.
Right.
That's nice.
Thank you. Yeah. For some reason, and again, when I got it, it was labeled that. And the thing was, there was 140 on the top and the rest were 50s, because I was like, I better count these. And it was one shy of being a full roll. And so somebody threw a 40 in there. I was like, are you kidding me?
Oh, right on. Hey, that's being honest, because it's
Right.
a spot that it's one short.
Yeah, well, like when I sold an auction to Mama Lou, I told him, I said, I counted it and I said, there's 47 in here, or 45, or it was short.
Partial roll, yeah.
Yeah, but I thought I better start counting these, and it's like, good grief, what were you guys doing? Like, it's short.
People buy BU rolls just to get one good BU specimen out for their albums. So they'll get them and they'll go through that one roll and pick out the best one that they can put in their album, and then they have the roll left over, but they're not roll collectors.
Right.
So they'll sell it. But whether or not they're honest about it.
Is that a gash behind his ear?
What's that?
I was telling Melissa, is that a gash behind the ear?
Well, let's have a look. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
There's a slicey there. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still a nice coin, though.
See, this is the rolls I was like, I'm not going to search them. So I'm going to get rid of them. Did you say that? I'm like, no. Now, however, which, all right, I quit. Come up. There was and I'm sure one or two of you heard me say this. There was a roll that was labeled 78. And all I got were ones from like the 50s and the 60s. Well, I opened that one up and it was 1955s. And there is a die crack, and then some skull cracks, and the progression on it's just nuts. And because I've never found one before, so I'm pretty excited about it. Like, I want to put that in order. So I'm thinking that'll keep my hands out of the other ones. You know? Travis, did you know stuff about Canadians and I know nothing? I know nothing. I had this thing stuck in my just pile of forms from like forever and a day ago.
The small cent, Canadian, 45. It's not a key date or year or anything, but
Because I was like,
each year is just like our coin. There could be like a hanging 5 known or 45 in particular. I'm not positive, but I could look right now and let you know.
I just thought, because, you know.
But the grade is pretty bad.
I thought, well, for me, I've probably had that since I was in grade school, and it's just been, you know, banging around.
Yeah, that's the thing about collecting. There's no wrong or right, and the things that you're partial to, that's you can't put a value on that.
Yeah,
It's like gifts, you know, like somebody that gives you something. It's like it might not have a money monetary value, but it's sentiment. You can't replace. You can't put a value on that.
definitely.
It's all the the memories associated with stuff.
Yeah, like even this, I show this all the time. Like I found that, it's been probably 4 or 5 months ago at my grandma's. Just like she said, well, you can go get in my pot of change back by the microwave, and then, you know, it's just grease filled.
What is it?
It's grease filled right there. There's nothing.
What
Yeah.
year?
80, 91.
Mr. You. Cool. I love Roosevelts. I love them.
Yeah,
They're just hard on my eyes. But yeah, I got a lot of cool Roosevelts. And then they're all they all have the same clash, but there's a few years where it's really prominent, and it's on the left side, right there by PLU, and it'll go up that like a half moon, like the coin is, like round,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the top of its head.
Oh, so
You start noticing it on a lot of them.
see, I haven't really started on dimes yet. Well, I haven't started. Like I told myself back in what was it, like June? I said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to start my dimes." Did I? No.
Hey, Roosevelts are great, man, because they don't get like enough love. I mean, the Rosie collectors are like diehard, like anybody that collects any series.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, I don't know, they don't get the respect. But it's
a tiny little guy.
a good thing, because if you collect them, you can get good ones. You can get high grade. You can, you know, like you can really put together a good set because of that. Same thing with Jefferson's.
Hey,
Yeah, I really like nickels, but
What's that?
Bob's
You don't like nickels?
no,
Love them.
I'm not wild about them. But that's just
I don't like the new ones, but I don't really like any of the new coins. Too
well,
long.
well, I started doing the state quarters before, you know, I even was watching any YouTube about anything.
Yeah.
I mean, that as far as that went, it was cool because I had my best friend's 2 daughters that were, you know, at that time weren't close to being teenagers and actually wanted to sit around and like, oh, what are we doing? You know, Aunt Hoover with the stereo system's cool, and she looks at quarters, so we're going to look at quarter. You know, like, haha, roped you in. Now you're going to learn something.
Popzilla.
But it was kind of like a 2-in-1, and then on top of that, their grandma, you know, started to bring them
Excuse me.
books, and you know, they'd sit around the kitchen counter, you know, island, and
Yeah, and it's cool. And then, like,
Oh,
every
yeah.
year you get new ones to look for. And
heck, she even, you know, out of nowhere, I've not seen my friend Ashley's grandma in forever, and you know, the girls are since, you know, 12 and 13, so you just, you know, too cool for school, you know. But you know, her grandma Maureen says, well, Melissa needs that W quarter, doesn't she? So well, I guess I'll keep my eyes out for one. I thought, oh God bless her heart.
Popzilla, Popzilla, what's up?
Ooh,
What's up, brother?
Not that much, my brother. How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. Happy Thanksgiving to y'all.
Yeah, same here, sir.
Hey, thank you, man. Likewise.
You know everybody here?
happy it's over.
Now with the food.
No,
That'll be over next week.
we went and visited and got leftovers sent with us, and I was like, score.
Oh, leftovers are the best.
That's all you need to do.
Okay. And turkey, gravy, and potatoes, and pie.
Extra gravy.
Yeah.
That's what I forgot to grab was gravy. I was like, oh, miserable. But they had a lot of turkey and not a lot of gravy left. So I was like, yeah. Make it clean, right?
Yeah, I remember one year, my mom used to make like soup from scratch, like different soups. And she made this one,
Yes.
like potato cheese, and it was like the best. It was our favorite. And then when I told her one year, I go, you ever think about making that recipe with the stock from the turkey? You know, like all the juice in the pan. Cause I think we had 2 turkeys that year, and it was like plenty for gravy and for, you know, like just extra. And so she goes, well, what the heck? Let's give it a shot. And so she made it that Thanksgiving Day too. Oh my God, man! It was like the best, it was like the best soup I ever had. It was so.
Hell yeah.
I love turkey.
You're like, this is it. It can't get any better. You did it.
Yeah, yes, but my wife remembered my aunt used to make my dad's younger sister used to get the bones from the turkey carcass, and we peel it. I mean, we just peeled every piece of skin and every piece of meat and get off of it. And then we saw her one time. We said, "What are you doing?" She said, "I'm gonna make turkey soup." I said, "But the meat's already taken off out of the bones." Yeah, sure enough. We got another person in. Let's try another person.
That's how you make chicken soup.
Hey, Detective Daddy.
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight?
Hi, did
What up, dog?
Not bad.
Good.
I saw the link, figured I'd pop on in, say hello.
Hop
So-
in.
Cool beans. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope we eat it once again.
Cool.
You know, I'm kind of thinking about hitting the fridge here in a minute myself.
There's that blueberry pie still.
I've been hitting it already.
Yeah, there's some crazy sweet cheesecake in there and pumpkin pie.
Oh my.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
So
Yeah,
then-
pie. Love pie. Never been a pie I didn't like.
Apple pie, boysenberry, raspberry.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever had raspberry pie.
Raspberry pie? Oh,
For sure.
check it out. It's good.
Well, you're on the West Coast, so
No, but raspberry is not native to California. It's back east.
well, I mean that's like I don't know. I guess because when I went to go visit my cousin that lived in Seattle, she's like, yeah, we in the summer we go and pick berries. Yeah, it's like oh lordy,
The best ones are the wild
lemon
ones.
meringue.
what?
Yeah, we sometimes go out a long time ago when we were kids. We used to go pick wild berries and even wild mushrooms.
When you live to tell the tale.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch those ones that grow in the cow poop.
Right. Oh, like morel.
Oh yeah,
Here. Oh my,
especially after a rain.
delicious.
Yeah. My parents would know how to pick them. I wouldn't trust myself to pick them any of them.
Now, heck, you ever think about keeping a scale with you when you're going through those 83s?
I got my scale. Right now, what I'm separating is my 81s, and I'm keeping all those separate in the 80s. And then I got a second pile over here of all my 83s on this side.
Yeah, because even all the way up to the 2000s, you could catch one on a copper plancher. And they're worth a lot of money.
There's another one, styrations, or I should say those.
Dry.
Inflation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me see if it's on the backside.
Oh, I got a jug. I guess I'll start weighing.
What are you gonna do?
I, s- I got a jug. I said, I guess I'll start weighing.
I got 4 boxes of pennies here. Excuse me, 5 boxes now. I just bought 4 the other day. All 5 are uncirculated. Can't do a dang thing with none of them.
Oh no!
I was like,
They're all 2019.
19.
Yeah. Hey, eBay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Melissa.
$75.
There's people that they every year when they first hit the street, there's not they
Yep.
all sell for like $300, man. It's insane because everybody's in a race to find whatever there is error wise in them, and then
Yeah.
it lasts for a couple months and then they get cheaper and cheaper. But I think 2019 they're still up there for like a couple bucks a roll.
Nice.
Yeah, man. You put them test them out, put a box up on eBay.
I got 250 rolls here.
Yeah, or if you try to put them up one roll at a time with a price.
I might do that.
Hey, Johnny Ray, what's up, man? Morning.
hi, Johnny Ray.
You could always sandbag a box and just hold on to it because they're always finding stuff. I know there's a double ear in 2019.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a new find.
Huh.
Well, a couple months maybe.
I went through some of them earlier this year, and I just found a bunch of die cracks and things like that. Nothing to really huge.
Are they still having the same like along the top of the shield? You finding that?
I didn't find that one. A lot of them that I seen, geez, now I'm trying to think, was in the ribbon itself, the
Oh,
one
okay.
cent,
Right on.
things like that. I know Phil, aka Bella's dad, he found one where there was going right through the forehead, I believe.
Cool.
So,
Yeah, sometimes it'll be reoccurring in the same place, and the shield, the dies are just weak there. So it's like there's a lot of years in a row where you same got the die crack, and it would run along the top of the shield.
Right.
oh, Travis, I don't know if you were listening earlier, but I was telling Hector about this 55, and I mean, you were on here, never mind.
Yeah, I got 55s with the die chips in the 9 and the 5, and it's a die, and all through the head, big time.
Yeah, I found it through the head, and then at the bottom of the coin from, say, like 7 o'clock over to like, well, maybe 7:30.
In the old days, you call them toupees.
The what?
Toupee,
Oops.
How's it 2?
the die cracks, they're horizontal through the hair.
No, this is the
What
bottom.
happened?
That's
What's
why I said like 7. 5 and 7.
Say again?
5 and 7 o'clock.
5 o'clock, what?
On the coin at the bottom, the crack. It was.
Oh, yeah, you get them all in the bust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Mullins says a while ago Phil found a bunch of 2019 die cracks.
Michael Mullins, what's up, kid? How are you, man? Good to see you.
Hi, Michael Mullins. Good to see you before you got timed out. Phil was here.
Hello, Michael Mullins. How you doing today?
Uh-oh.
What happened to Popzilla?
Oh, he's not. Maybe he got knocked off or something.
Okay, I'm hoping that's because I stuck my thumb on there, but I saw something that's, well, yeah, it would have to been because it said 4. Okay.
Hey, Johnny Ray.
If not, good luck to the next guy. I'm not going back to that one.
I hooked up my scope and show you A lot of the 55s had that, in the 55S too.
Here's another one.
Let's see here. I remember how to switch it. How do you switch a camera?
Hit that mic camera.
Let's see.
Well, folks, I'm gonna have to bail on you. I gotta get some stuff done today. It's already 6 a.m.
Take care, man.
Yeah, you have a good day.
You too.
All right, Dictating Daddy. So, talk to you later. Thank you for coming in.
You're welcome. See you guys later.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
I'm really feeling like I weighed these already, but I don't know why I would have kept them if I did. Oh well,
There we go.
there's not that many.
All right. Let's see. Wait. So much stuff out. Running out of room.
Yeah, that's what I was doing when Hector had put the stream key or link key, I say key, up. I was like, I gotta drill a hole. Like I'm hanging a floating shelf, and it was like, there's.
And I remodeled this garage like 5 times. I got 4 desks, built-in shelves, cabinets. It's like it will always. You're never not going to stop needing that.
Right.
You see these die cracks, and then they're die cracks, and then they got big chips on them too.
Mm-hmm.
That's on a 55.
Okay, now I'm gonna have to switch gears. Get this junk out of the way.
Yeah, those are bitching.
Yeah, I was pretty jazzed. I was like, "Whoa, would you look at that?"
You know, I believe this, but ever since I was a kid, I remember the 1955 double strike penny. I've
Mhm.
always wanted to get that.
Yeah, pretty popular. It's because they promoted it. The Mint promoted it too. There was like 2,500 of them that they put in vending machines, and I forget what it was. I think it was like gum or cigarettes or something. I think it was cigarettes. And when you bought the pack, your change was 2 cents, and one of them was a real 55 double die, and it was wrapped like in a tissue and like a little like envelope or like a little cardboard holder.
Like the Cracker Jack candy would have over it.
Yeah. So when you pull the knob, and it would stick that out. I seen one that a guy had that was not opened, and he wasn't sure if he was gonna. The last I heard, he said he was gonna put it up for auction, and I thought, man, that is cool, freaking cool.
Yeah, it's like how many people go, "Oh, I've got that,"
Oh, this is oops.
and that just still in that state, definitely.
Yeah, because you have no idea like what condition or died chip on a verse where.
Okay, I think I put these in backward. Nope, I can see that one from here. But it had that one, and then after it got to a certain point, they started having the crack up in the skull also, and I was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, it does. You know, come apart.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to do this for the sake of lighting.
There's a true buy right there. That's a nice buy.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see it.
Little die chips in between letters is called a buy. And then when you label them, they actually have there's quadrants. Like they put a number to each like alley, kind of like a football line. You know, like the holes are numbered like 1 hole, 2 hole.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So if you see like a die chip just like that, but it was in between the E and the R, it's still a buy.
Really?
Yeah. There's like a language to it.
Nifty. I don't know.
A lot to it, man. People don't realize how much there is. It's like crazy. Big chip in the 5.
I don't know how many times I've taken these
7.
out. I'm just like, oh, okay,
Oh, a 57.
not yet. Like, did I put the skulls on the top or did I put them on
Oh,
the
here you go. We were talking earlier.
Mm-hmm.
This is a missing it. It's plating.
Yeah.
It's on the 83, and you see how it just there in the center of the coin. The plating didn't stick,
That's cool.
so it had to have been dirty. So that's a planter error.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah. Right on, right on. What else?
And even like that thing, I don't know if it's just getting ready to blow out or what. There's like the L's on a bunch of them were all up on the edge, like the 5, had a definite shadow and
Yeah, that's something different. It could be a lot of things. It could be they're striking them too hard. When they get struck, the strike itself, it's so hot because of the pressure
mm-hmm.
that the metal gets soft. So when the die comes off, sometimes they wiggle out or they'll slide out. The metal will move slightly. You see it a lot on the memorials, and it leaves like a ghosting. Like people think they're double dies, but they're not. It's from worn dies.
Well, that's why I just said it's like the shadow of the belly. It's not.
Yeah. And then that's the what do they call that? It's the something digit.
I know.
The one closest to the rim. Oh, damn it. The
cliffhanger?
No, it's the something digit. It's it'll come to me. It's hard to remember all of it.
Yeah. I'm like, how long would it take me to put these in order?
There is no order.
Well, I mean, for the crack to look like it's getting bigger and bigger.
Well, that's if you think you got them all out of one roll.
Yeah, like a die progression. Okay, I'll put it this way. I still have the roll. It came in, well, not, it was an original bank wrap roll. And it's over half of the coins. And it's not like somebody took them out and played with them a bunch, because there's still 9 of them stuck in the tube because I couldn't get them out. I had to heat it with the hair dryer. I was banging it on the desk slightly, just like tap, 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 and like 4 or 5
die markers. If the die cracks aren't identical, then you have to find markers that would be on they're on the coins. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They're from the same die.
It's like these are not.
But they're just die cracks. They're not really.
Right, but I meant it's like a die progression of.
Well, it's die stage, yeah.
Right. That's what I meant.
So it'd be layered die.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. So are there some of them that have the crack in the bust and not the head, or vice versa? Or is most of those on all of them?
In the bust and don't have it in the head, and then
that means
it has it in both.
First, no matter what.
Huh?
That means the die crack in the bust was first, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an earlier die stage. It was better than the ones with both. So that would give you a direction, like you'd start
building from.
And then the size of the one in the bust. If you had where it was smaller than others, then that's an earlier die stage. But try to find some other markers, like die chip or
Yeah, because I haven't even bothered to do that
the little real fine scratch lines, the die scratches.
yet. Mm-hmm.
Those are good. Those are good die markers. Pickup points.
That would be helpful because I
A
thought,
lot of work.
am I just gonna take pictures and then go, okay?
Put them in cardboard flips, and let you label them.
Start playing, move the puzzle pieces around.
Here's another one.
Yeah, those early '80s. You see it a lot.
I'm not used to having my scope this way. I should have left it turned the other way. I feel like I've looked at the same one 6 times.
Ooh,
Like these, I can just see that line, like just with them laying under the light.
what's that?
I said, like the ones with the die crack at the bottom, I can see those just like laying out on the table under the light.
Oh, naked eye.
Yeah,
Call it naked eye.
mine's
Like,
trapped.
you doubling off 55. That's a naked eye.
Yeah, I wish I'd find one of them doubles. I'd be like, woohoo!
Yeah, that's. Oh yeah.
That's the only I thought it's meant to be because, like, when I got charged for them and I did not know what was really in them and got home and I was like, "Are you flipping kidding me? These I'm keeping up." There was like no question. I was like, they were meant to stay with me. And I thought then I couldn't get them out. Like, what in the world?
Were they in one of those old school plastic?
Oh, well, I switched it to Tonka. Where is the other one out?
Say what?
I was reading the name on the bottom of the one that I had them in, not the one that.
Hit it with a hair dryer.
Oh, I did. That's how I got most of them out.
Oh, okay.
Megrig, MEGHRIG, and Sons. I don't know. That was the brand. It looked like somebody had just, I don't know. I was scared because somebody said, "Oh, drop it in hot water." And I thought, "Are you nutty?"
No, you don't have to do that.
But the tube already had, like, somebody had put all those gashes through it.
Oh no. It's because it's older plastic, and hot and cold and stuff, they start to fracture.
Oh, but I just thought it was kind
That
of,
plastic's a lot more brittle than like the plastics they use now.
yeah.
And
I just thought they all lined up pretty good because they're not farther down.
are they threaded at the top or are they notched?
It used to be notched.
Yeah,
No, it was threaded.
goes on, twist it a little.
See, it used to be threaded.
Oh no, that's a thread.
Yeah.
It's
That's
thread.
right. Oh, I lied. Yeah, it's still to the point where
It's a nice die chip in the 9.
those are stuck up here.
Yeah, you just slam it on the table.
And these are stuck down here. I mean, nothing.
I've had to take wire cutters, nippers, and like I just start at the top and I've had to cut coin out of rolls before.
Well, honestly, that's what I started to do at the top of these. I was like taking pliers and just like bending the plastic back real slow. And then I was like, man, I'm gonna end up scratching this coin. I'm gonna be pissed. Like, just gonna. Oh, 3 more came out. See, I just started squeezing on the tube.
And die chip in there.
When you love it, you're like, look, that's the devil. You're like, get out of here.
The devil, Bobby.
It'd be like, happy turkey day to me. Okay, that light's
Got
good.
a Clint Blanchard on a 20D.
Wow, 55s.
Well, these are the three this is the one of three that I just got out of the roll because I started squeezing on it. Lemon said it was brittle, and so it was.
Yeah, the polymers back then were all the recipes. They're still playing with them. Like it wasn't quite Bakelite, but hard like that, you know.
Mhm.
And then their age, they're old, and it's hard to tell. You'll never know how they were kept, like humidity and heat and all that.
Oh yeah, because those were just in a old box, and he kept saying, "I'll take it. I'll take." I was like, "I've got it," because we were in it was a space underneath the stairs that went up to the apartment above it, and I never even knew there was room there for storage.
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
Dude, I was afraid I was gonna drop it because I could feel the box, bending.
Yeah, things are heavy, man. I hear alloy mix.
Oh yeah, you could see it there.
That's a Woody.
Yep, you got tiger straps.
Damn, man, my stomach is hating me. I think I need to eat some chocolate or something to make it feel better.
Yeah, keep that sugar up, sir.
Yeah, I know. I got nothing else. But when I had left for a minute, I took my medicine and got my insulin. So I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Right on.
It doesn't mean I can't never have. And really, sugar's not the enemy with the way my sugar is. It's carbohydrates. Carbs are what I got to be careful with.
Tell me to get it to this one too.
What's that?
There was 3 pennies, and I'm like, tell me I did it to this one too. Well, I mean, not that I did it to the original one, but somebody said, well, maybe they're just not perfectly round and they were stuck in there. I was like, I don't know, but
3 pennies.
yeah, but what are the odds there was 3 and they stuck? And I just got 3 out. So I was like, too much daylight for me.
No, I like this one. And it's on a 16, and it's really, really in good condition.
That's nice.
Like XF. Yeah, it's a lot lighter color, like more red brown.
Mm-hmm.
Like looking at it from afar, you would think like, wow, that thing is almost like looks red kind of. But yeah, pretty good. Then.
I might finally actually be tired.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
I just started out tired.
Well, like I said, we slept in the day. Well, got up at a decent hour, and then I woke up and looked over, and he was asleep. His face was right in my mind. I was like, oh, 2 p.m. Well, we're late for Thanksgiving at what was noon or 1 or whatever. So yeah, we whatevered. It was more like 6 p.m. Because I thought, man, if he's asleep, I'm going back to sleep. And then it's like next thing you know, it's 4:30.
He didn't pull that. What'd you let me sleep so long for? You guys woke up.
I didn't, because I was going to leave him a note to wake me up at 2. And I woke up and I was like, the hours I keep. I was like, forget that. If he's asleep, I'm going back to sleep.
Right on.
Oh well. Just didn't have to stand, wait your turn in the kitchen to get the food. It was, hey, here's all the food. Have at it.
Do you do the cooking?
No, we went to his mom's.
Oh, cool. Right on.
Yeah. Yeah, went to my mom's to go feed her cats because they're out of town, and then cut over and go to his mom's and ate and got a ton of leftovers, and then went and met his dad at the bar and sat there for a little bit.
Cool.
Yeah, and then I lost a bet. It wasn't really a bet,
Yeah.
but no, he told me I had to stay off of YouTube for 24 hours.
Oh man.
And then he's
Right.
like, I'm gonna be mad at you. And so I was on the stream and walked in the back door and scrapping said it's 12:01, and I was like, oh, and I was like, oh, well, I said, well, darn it, I'm a loser. Well, I guess that's over with now. I thought that was pretty funny. I was like, oh, I didn't even think of that.
I would just tell him. I would just paid the bet right after I made it. Like if that's the bet, here, just take my money. I lose.
Yeah, I think it was more of a he's like, you do it, and if you don't, I'm gonna be mad at you. And then people on her stream were like,
Hi, what the heck?
you under.
YouTube haters?
No,
Mad? What are you mad for?
What?
I know what you. Huh?
Huh?
Oh, you said you thought he would get mad at you if you lost the
No,
bet?
he goes, I'll be mad at you if you lied to me and then you end up getting on there.
Oh, my bad. I misunderstood you, Mama.
Yeah. And then I was like, well, we were walking in the back door carrying the food in and letting the dogs out at the same time. And then, like I said, Scrapping just like unmuted his mic and said, it's 12:01. I was like, well, I guess I lost then.
Well, they can't tell me anything about me being on here too long because my wife's on her not YouTube. She's on her Facebook more than I am on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't even do Facebook. I can't.
I used it for like for like the stuff we had at my stepdad, like when we cleaned out the storage units, like putting couches and, come pick this up stuff. Like, yeah, but as far as reading the feed of what everybody's doing, no. The fun of that wore off years ago.
The being a slave.
Yeah. Well, everybody always got
You're not
sick
being a slave anymore?
of putting pictures of my dogs all the time. So I started up another Facebook just to put all the pictures of them on there. Because I was like, I looked at it this way. I was like, if I don't have anything to contribute, I'm not going to just like go read everybody else's stuff. Because I was telling one of my uncles that once and he goes, well, I do. I said, well, that's what you want to do. I said, but I feel like if I'm not saying something, I don't have any right to nose through their stuff. I mean, granted, yes, it is public and they put it there, but I don't know. It's just how I felt.
I don't understand how people don't see what's going on. Some of the times, like everybody rats himself everything out. There's nothing left to imagination anymore. Because it's like, hello, Facebook family, it's the Martins, and we're off to the store. And like, my favorite color is blue, and little Tommy's wearing socks today, and they're just telling everything that they're doing. Not because it's anybody gives a shit or it's exciting. It's just they're just hooked on it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had another uncle when I first got on it, like, oh, I walked out to the
All that
network.
information and data gets saved, put into a computer, and then like the next year, instead of a bunch of different commercials for a bunch of toys, there's only two. And
Mhm.
it's going for them. It's like they don't have to guess anymore. They know exactly what to market to sell us because we made it easy for them. It's like it takes away like some of the choice and some of the like they're just getting richer.
Yeah. It's like one time it was where we were, my friend Tim and I were just like walking to the back door of the house and said something about work boots, and then went to the basement and I, clicked my phone on and there was a ad for boots.
Yeah, it's because they listen through your
Oh
phone.
yeah, and I was like, no, come on, because we're all, conspiracy theory, stuff anyway. I think this was like 4 years ago, so we're like,
Theory or like you just gotta guess and you'll never prove. They've never tried to hide it. They just don't tell nobody. But you ever see the one that broke that open? The man and wife with the cat video? Okay, this is when I found that out, and it was a few years back. There was a couple who, I guess the husband had really genius. He had an inkling that was happening, like something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to test it to see, but so what they came up with was that, like, for a few days, they talked about the vacation that they were going to be going on, and they have cats. So they didn't go on vacation. They pretended to. So they turned the computer off completely, and it was, the cats, like the neighbor's gonna come, and so they to feed them twice a day or something. So they did it for a week where they didn't turn it on, cameras off, everything's off. So after a week, they turn it back on and act like they just came home from vacation, and every single suggested video and this, that, it was all cat related, cat food, cat this, cat that, and it was like blatant, like day and night. And it was
they must have turned the locations off on their phone too then.
Well, this was a while back where the whole thing was it started with Facebook. Like, Facebook is listening through your computer and your mic.
Oh yeah, well, it used to be on Facebook Messenger that if somebody sent you a message, you could push down on the message and then it would pop up a map and show you where they were at.
Okay, location, yeah. See, I don't know that either. I don't do Facebook.
Yeah, because
but yeah,
would be like telling somebody, "Oh, you better be on your way over here," and they'd be like, "Oh, I am," and he goes, "Watch this," and he pushed on it and showed us, and then he was still at the lake.
Your phone, the radio or the mic in your car, because you have the Wi-Fi,
The Bluetooth.
radio, and this, that, and the other. It's all satellite. Everything, any device you have an iPad or a tablet, they're listening. It listens to everything.
It's funny is I had but ironic. I had a buddy back when when the Boost mobile phones first came out, like well over 10 years ago. Well,
yeah.
Well, he had recently been diagnosed with schizophrenia, and he would tell us he needed to use one of our phones to set the phone up, and we're like, no, you don't. Well, then just because of his paranoia, like, he had taken the phone and we thought he took it outside and put it in a tree, and he kept telling us, "Oh, I lost my phone." We're like, no, you put it outside. Well, come to find out, because he was worried about the government listening to him, he shoved it down in the couch, and I didn't even find it until, oh my gosh, like 6 months later. I felt so bad because we were all like, he was telling the truth.
Yeah.
He didn't go hide it in the tree. He seriously had lost it.
And he was right.
Yeah, who knew?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that was probably
Here's is it bad? Good? I don't know. I don't like that I'm being listened to, except that I'm still have a phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not against the law. It's their service, their stuff that I buy and partake of on my own.
Click the agree button.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I just think it's funny that people, they get irate and they go crazy and they start pointing fingers and throwing stones in glass houses, and it's like, how dare them, and how dare them what? People forget that all these things are luxury. They're not necessity.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
how did we ever drive anywhere?
People who use their own money to start their own business, regardless of the size of that business or how well it does or what kind of monster it becomes, it's theirs. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, just imagine if they said no more Google for you to
Yeah,
everybody.
exactly. Really,
They'd be pandemonium.
like 8 years of every single keystroke that's ever been typed on from any person for 8 years.
Well,
Yeah.
they say
Second biggest mainframes next to our government in the world, and but when they got caught letting the feds look at all those keystrokes warrantless, that was against the law.
Oh, like the whole Snowden thing.
No, this was different. This was just the FBI was using it to like check people out.
No,
And
that's
you need a warrant with that. It's the same as like confidentiality. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it was the I remember the CEO of Google. You know, he just playing like naive and dumb. Oh well, we just figured if they're looking at the person, they have to be a bad person. It's you're supposed to, you're innocent until proven guilty, and they can't. They have to get a warrant from a judge to do that.
Yeah.
You need a warrant to look at your cell phone records, but you know they don't. And then so supposedly they weren't letting them do it without warrants anymore. Except that I doubt that shit too.
Right.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. It's like, why would anybody be mad about that?
Well, even when you hook up to,
I was checking you out, and why would anybody get mad unless then don't type shit into Google that you don't want somebody to ever know about. You know what I'm saying?
it's kind of like, when you set up on somebody else's Wi-Fi, it says you're going to let other devices that are using it, be able to see your device as well.
Yeah.
I mean, all it takes is for somebody not to read that, and then, there you go.
I think it's pretty easy to steal people's Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I remember one time, it was like the Wi-Fi was getting slow, and I was like, "What the heck, man?" This was about 5 years ago, and me and my boy. I was playing. We were still talking and playing games on the PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
The connection was always an issue. So I remember finally, because I'm not computer literate at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember checking on, looking, and I finally found out how to look, and the whole fucking neighborhood was on our Wi-Fi.
You didn't have the lock on it.
There were 20 people. I'm like, am I looking at this right? I'm like, I think, I'm reading the directions. And I'm like, this is telling me that there's 20 people on my password Wi-Fi right now. Mm-hmm. So I called the company in the whole nine, and the guy's like, he's like, yep, okay, well, we're gonna change password and this, that, and the other. And I go, so what did I do wrong? Because I'm always trying to I'm always reading the suggestions. Change your password often, this, that, make it hard. I'm like, how do I keep this from happening? Or you tell me right now, I'm telling the operator that it only could have been my kids gave the password out, because I go, that's probably what happened. He goes, no, it's not. He goes, it's not your kids. He goes, it's that easy. He goes, and there's very little you can do. He goes, we're going to change it. And he goes, you just check on it often. He goes, if it happens again, you just call and we'll redo it. He goes, but it's too easy to crack people's Wi-Fi. He says, just it is what it is. There's really nothing they can do. So I was like, all right. He goes, people just get, you don't have to even be very super computer. It's like real basic stuff, I guess.
Yeah. We bought our own router and just left it where the big long crazy password was the password, not when the cable company does it and they give you
they do the most common ones for the brands, and they don't take 10 minutes of typing those in, and usually you'll hit it. And that's what the first one was. I had never changed the default password.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you can just with our TV scan it, and it used, I don't know why. Maybe it was because we had a different router then, but you didn't have to use to put the password in, and now the thing will kick you out all the time that you have to put it in. And I'm like, well, I guess that's
prompted to do that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So me, my tower, I don't do Wi-Fi. I'm EarthNet and straight into that sucker. I don't know if it matters or not.
Well, you get more speed.
My connection's better. It's more stable all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I finally bought a little adapter for my book too, and just hook the Ethernet into it.
Yeah, I just went and bought some Cat 5 cable and some gold ends. Made a 27-foot long cord cable myself.
Oh yeah, we've got one of those. It's like running from the living room
I'm like,
Like,
how much?
through a
I'm
hole in the
like,
bedroom.
"Laser, you can make that yourself. Buy the foot off of a roll at Home Depot. I was like, let's go.
Mhm.
Cool.
All right, I think I'm getting out of here because I'm about ready to fall asleep.
Yeah, me too.
And
Sounds like getting more quiet.
you too, Hector.
Thanks, Lemonhead, for your advice and your expertise.
Yeah, I'll keep looking and I'll find you like a definition for the
Okay.
explanations. And yeah, no problem. Anytime, dude. Thanks for inviting me up.
All right. I
All
appreciate you coming on.
You
Melissa,
got it.
thank you too.
Thanks for
Hey,
having me.
what's up, Lincoln? Hello.
Everybody in chat too, thank you very much for showing up. Michael Mullins, Popzilla when you were here, Johnny Ray. Yeah, let's see anybody else. Well, they know who they are.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
No,
You guys have a good day.
Good night.
Bye.